Uh, Listen, if this is a bad time, I can come back later. I just kind of. He gestures to his nose, which is swollen a bit more than it was earlier.
Oh no, what happened to your face? Come here, let me look at that.
Yeah, I just kind of got thrown through a table.
Uh, okay. Yeah, let's get that taken care of. That sounds painful, and it looks painful. Here, sit over here on the table.
You think that's painful? You should see the other guy.
And she'll get out her tools and her scanner and she'll like check surface level shit. Actually, since it's just your nose, she probably wouldn't even use the scanner. And she'll just, lay things out on the tray, take a look, clean it up. This is gonna sting. And she'll clean the wound.
You okay?
Yeah, fine. Just tired. Long night.
I'm convinced. You know, the others, they might not buy that, but I would 100% be convinced.
I don't really feel like talking about it, okay?
Then don't.
Fair enough. And she'll like do like whatever the futuristic kind of bandages that's supposed to like hold things together without like stitching it. Patch him up, and it basically looks like another band-aid, but maybe a little bigger. Okay. Any other injuries I should be looking at?
Not at the moment. I mean, I can make something up. If you're really, like, locked in at the moment, I can give you something to do.
No, I think as long as there's nothing going on, then you're probably fine.
Yeah, probably. You know, I'm not gonna pry, and I'm not gonna make you talk. But you look like you could blow off some steam.
Yeah, maybe I should actually get off the ship next time we go to a station. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, see, exactly. You know,
I haven't had coffee in a while.
coffee.
I should
All
probably get
right.
some of that.
Yeah, I mostly just drink the stuff out of the pod. Do you get the fancy stuff going on?
I mean, I guess when I lived planetside instead of on a ship, yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. I see all those, like, the fancy, I don't know, steamed whatevers. Like the latte. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, latte. That's, yeah, that's a thing.
Cappuccino. Who comes up with this stuff? Someone has a bit too much time.
Some old Terran language that, I'm sure some people still speak, but I don't remember what it all means.
I'm sure there's got some sort of fanciful meaning behind it, as most Terran languages do. So, if you're going to the kitchen, let's just put on a fresh pot, like... Unless you're staying in here.
I could probably, use a break. Been staring at this screen too long.
Clearly. And he'll reach out, and he just kind of, like, bunches his sleeve a bit to, like, dab away a tear. It's still on your face. Can't have anyone else thinking that you weren't doing okay.
Yeah. Good point.
Listen. I've heard it said that I'm pretty reasonable to talk to. So if you ever need to say anything off the record, and you don't want to hear Red's philosophy, and you don't want to hear Quick coming up with a solution you don't feel like listening to, and you don't want to have the captain just kind of listening through you because she's busy with a million other things on the go, or maybe she needs you to check over an injury that she got. If you just want something reasonable and simple, well, those are two words that describe me.
You're really selling yourself here, huh?
You know, I have a talent for that. Some might even call it panache.
Panache? Where did you pick up that word?
Panache. Oh, no. I might have gotten it from one of those movies, but like, it sounds great, you know? Bash.
She just kind of was like, "Oh my god, this man is so weird." She doesn't say that out loud. Yeah, panache, got it. Whatever that means. Coffee sounds
Coffee.
like the mission of the day.
Wonderful. We'll get some coffee and we'll distract you. He's gonna reach out and he's gonna boop the snoot for the first time ever.
What the for?
It distracted you, didn't it?
She rolls her eyes. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you know, you should keep that little smile you got there. It's quite cute.
All right, don't push it.
Don't push it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh boy.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Ignite Recall. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful week. I'm having a pretty good week. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good? Just a wellness check, yeah?
Not too shabby.
Yeah?
Not too shabby. Only Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's only
Only
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, real.
It's
We
only
got 3 days
Tuesday.
straight of snow.
Yeah.
I got some schnare too.
Hell
It's
yeah.
gone.
bro.
It's
already.
it was 85
Boo.
degrees. 85 degrees today for me. So
Yeah, I
Nice.
just had to turn
Yeah.
on the air.
I got
Yeah.
some
In my
rain.
house?
It was good.
Yeah.
Rain in California. It's a miracle.
truly.
If you all would like to find out when all of the cool Marvel Rival streams are, you should join our Discord, discord.gg/magirpg. We might have a treat in store for you this week. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Discord.gg/magirpg. If you were just stopping in on this channel and you're like, what's going on? Who are these people? Why do I come here? What is game? You can catch up on our Discord, our YouTube, Discord, YouTube, youtube.com/magirpg. And there you can find our episodes of Vampire the Masquerade. What is wrong with me today? Jesus. We're off to a great start. Scum and Villainy, Blades in the Dark, Cyberpunk Red, Dungeons and Dragons. Help me out. What are some other? Brindlewood Bay. Yeah, lots of stuff.
Monster of the week.
Monster of the Week.
So many systems. We
So
play
many.
so many systems.
We play
The
everything.
return of
Romance
Werewolf
thrown in
the
there.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Which,
Maybe
if
one
y'all
day-
have not been watching that, you gotta see that.
Yeah, it was
It's
a
very
really-
good, it's
it
very
was a
good, it's
one
very-
last time.
it's
Maybe
very
one day
good.
Tracy will do Mage the Ascension. Ha 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 ha.
I have been begging.
I'm just throwing that out there. Tracy's like, Frank, why are you doing this? Why would you say
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Why would you just put? Why would you
Tracy's
just
like,
put that out into
"Please,
the
Frank."
universe for me? Why are you signing me up for more work? But I signed myself
Let
up for
her
more
rest.
work. I am running Cyberpunk or CBRPNK one-shot game, Forged in the Dark, where it's taking place in the wonderful dystopia that we're all headed for, to real. And they're going to battle to try to save an old friend from an evil corporation. So if you love a good dystopia like we all love, and you want to see some good cyberpunk action, net running, blowing people up, cybernetic implants, etc., it's going to be a fun time for that game. And lastly, if you would like to help our players out as they are in a sticky situation, you can give us a donation that goes towards artwork and production costs of this stream and impact the game. Something tells me that they're going to need some extra stress and maybe some extra
Yes.
dice this episode. So if you want to do that, you can do that by dropping us a tip.
I believe we have 2 stress left over from last.
You do. You bank
do.
that to
Oh,
see
yes,
who
that we've not
actually
used.
needs
Yes.
it, because someone will need it. We talked about this off camera, but Blue, do you want to give an update on your injury situation and your stress situation?
Sure. Why not? It'd be fun. I have level 2 gut shot. I have level 2 singed. Level 1 shot in the back. Level 1 shot in the shoulder. So now any damage I take will be level 3 needs help. And I am 2 stress away from taking another trauma.
Who else has some stress going on in here?
I've I've got 4, so not too bad, but the situation I'm about to find myself in will be quite stressful.
I'm 2 away from a trauma as well.
Oh,
I lied. I cleared my stress last episode. Never mind.
Yeah, no, we've
Excellent.
been having like
So
the
did
most
we.
relaxing vacate. We've had a week-long date. You've
We're
been
just-
letting us have
yeah.
a date for a week.
This is literally
Yeah.
the sweaty gamer versus singing gamer meme in real
Yeah.
life right now.
literally.
We went to the beaches of Normandy. Y'all went to
Yeah.
You all
The
went to the
island
beach?
Bahamas.
Went
Just to the beach.
Yeah.
And I love that for you.
All
If
right.
I'd read when we're done here, I took my girl to Nightfall. You took yours to the battlefield.
Yeah. We're not. You're not. We're a bit different.
And now, the penultimate episode of season 2 of Ignite Recall.
Oh my god, this emote that Tracy has used is so good in
fuck?
chat.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Which one's that?
That is a great emote. I don't even recognize that one.
Hell yeah, brother! It
Guys
looks
are
like
live.
it does look like green. It does look like me.
And where we left off. Oof.
Oh my god, these women on the screen. Interesting. POV. These two show up.
Yeah, that is basically your
What do you
field
do?
of blue.
This is what I'm seeing. Good for me. At least I'm dying with a view.
As Misa starts hacking at Diana, and Diana is blocking with her arms, Misa has kept her from welding this piece of shrapnel to her legs to stand up. And Misa turns and looks to you, Blue, and says, "Run." What do you do?
Is there any high ground that I can get here?
Outside the crater, the jungle is high ground. Yes. So if you go into the jungle, out of the crater, then yeah, you're already pretty much there. So I would say you're like a little bit high grounded from her now, but apart from that, you'd have to climb into trees. You could do that. That would be high ground.
Would I still have a clear shot at her?
Yeah. More difficult shot, but a clear shot. Or you could ignore Ismisa and just try to shoot her.
And I have T2 with me. No.
Yes, you've managed to collect T2, who, by the way, says, "You know, maybe give me a little bit of a heads up before you hurl me at the psychotic zealot."
I am a little sorry, but you did great.
Thanks. It's my first time being a weapon.
You're doing a great job. Look at her. Think you can take a shot from there?
And she'll point at the tree.
Oh yeah, can do.
Okay. I also have a secondary question, Frank.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Never mind. Live in suspense, audience.
I'm
Never
living in
mind.
suspense.
What?
You may all now live in suspense because I retract my statement.
Indigo, whoop. Hello, baby boy. Would you also like to
Hey.
watch the penultimate episode of Ignite Recall?
On Magic RPG.
We haven't really established where you are in all of this, Indigo. Where are you? Because you were in or around the crater, but let me know where exactly you are and what you are doing at this moment.
My assumption was that I was just getting a scan of the battlefield, seeing what I can repair, what's going on. If I see this happening and I saw the gut shot and I realized that Diana's an android or a cyborg, and I see my captain very in
I would say definitely notice her Captain American-ing out of the sky, and then also saw Ismisa literally float down from a ship above. So yes, if you were paying any amount of attention, you would have seen this happen.
Okay. Okay. Then I think he's heading towards Diana.
Okay. Blue, you running, shooting? Uh-oh, I have a DM. Okay.
Rip. I see your face, the Momobee.
What do you mean? She's not making a face. She's just drinking her coffee innocently. Look at this perfect being who's never
I
done anything
cannot
wrong or
be
terrible in her
captain.
life.
I refuse to be promoted due to.
I do not think
Dude,
it has the
Mandy's my professional gaslighter.
It does
What's
not
my
have
gaslighter
the
there?
it does not have the corrosive properties that you are thinking of to do that. However, I will say it could be effective on Diana in a very specific circumstance. You probably have all of the information needed to understand this, but I will leave it up to you. Search your
Okay.
memories and figure out how this might work.
Okay. I'm gonna run
Okay.
to take a shot, though.
Okay.
I'm backing up. She brave, but she not stupid. She knows she's on the outs. So I'm gonna try and get myself some distance and position myself very topically a la Punisher's turret. Let me get a little.
Okay. So there is a lot going on for both of you. To get across this chaotic battlefield, ships are falling out of the sky, blaster fire is getting shot randomly into crowds of people, into the jungle itself. I would say you probably need to do scramble to get where you're going unscathed through cover and whatnot. Both of you.
Got it.
Does that sound reasonable?
It does.
It does.
I guess you both should roll a scramble. Risky, but standard effects.
Okay. I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
Sweet.
Let's go. Let's go.
You
that's two
jump.
gambits.
You each jump from
That's
cover
fast.
to cover, blaster fire going over your head. Diana and Ismisa locked in hand-to-hand combat, and every once in a while an explosion going off either from gunfire or from one of the shoulder-mounted rockets that Diana has. But you each get there. How close are you trying to get to them, Indigo? And Blue, you make it to your tree and scramble up the tree.
Close enough to be able to communicate with this Ismisa via the way.
Okay. Have you ever done that before to someone?
Never.
How close do you
love
think you
this.
need to be to do that?
Either that or no, nah. Indigo just shouted out.
You tell me how close you're getting.
Close enough to be able to use my fine hacking rig on Diana.
Oh, you want to hack Diana? Based from what you can see, you think you would have to physically connect to Diana to hack her.
Okay. In that case, I think okay, Indigo would get on the comms, talk to the person he knows he can talk to. Cap, I'm gonna need a really good shot from you to slow it down.
I've been trying that, but I can give you another.
You're the best.
You got a preference on where?
Any part of her that'll stop her from ripping me in half once I get close enough to try and hack her.
If you want, I could take the shot and run in with you and try and hold her. I'm sure we can communicate that with his Misa once we get there.
He looks over at this two boss fights going, basically ladies going at each other, and he's like, "You're the captain."
I will take a shot then and do exactly that.
So, you are safe, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be controlled and limited effect. Scrap, I assume, is the stat you were using.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, hang on. What tier is T2, Indigo?
3, right?
So tier 3, yes. I believe Diana's tier 4.
Yeah, so still limited effect.
Okay.
We have 2 gambits. Or 3 gambits now.
Yeah,
Did
we
we
have
gain
4.
gambits off the last 2 rolls?
both-
Oh yeah,
We
you
both
did. You
just rolled
just got
sixes.
two.
Plus
You got
2.
2 gambits from that. So yes, you do have 3 now.
I'm gonna use one then.
Okay, down to 2.
Oh! 3 sixes.
6, 4.
My god. The mark of the beast.
Oh my god.
This might be the game. This might
Satan is with us
Is
today.
Misa
Blue is the beast.
is
That's the
wrestling
blessing.
with Diana and holds her for a second. She stays motionless, and you aim fire, hit her straight
Good shot.
in the. Where are you trying to shoot her? Headshot.
Can I head? Well, can my third little 6 be me determining which would cause more damage to
You
the
think
chest or to the head?
The head, you think?
Head. Okay. Then the
You
head.
fire
it'd be a headshot.
at her head, and for the first time, it seems that her reactive, whatever it was that seems to deflect projectiles, doesn't work, and the blaster shot actually hits her in the head. And you see blood, Indigo, not cybernetics. Blood come from her head, and she goes down to the ground.
You would just get a. Now's your chance.
Right on it. And he's gonna leap over towards Ismisa and Diana. He's gonna look to Ismisa. You and Red do that. Keep it still with your mind. And he's
Yeah.
gonna.
Doesn't look like she's moving anywhere soon, but sure. And Ismisa deactivates her swords and holds Diana's arms down.
And he's going to. Would this be a study?
What are you trying to do?
He was gonna try to hack her, but the blood. Well, that's with green. Green doesn't bleed. No, green does bleed. What am I talking about?
Fake
Okay.
blood, but yes.
Okay. Then he's gonna keep it pushing like he was, and see if he is capable of hacking Diana.
Yeah,
Put her in
you
a sort of sleep mode.
you look around and you do find that there are access ports on her hands and you can hack her. And you were just trying to basically system shut down.
Yes.
Okay. So you're relatively safe, but this is going to be difficult. So it's actually it's not relatively safe. Fuck.
It's not. We're on a battlefield.
Well, no, there's also other stuff you don't know about. So it's going to be desperate and limited effect. But I think your fine hacking kit makes that standard effect instead.
Okay.
right?
And that.
Yeah,
Let me check it real quick.
pretty sure.
Sure. Hacking is as much about hardware as it doesn't really say anything about that. Visualization goggles, unpublished exploits, overclocked, non-market chips, optical vampire taps.
Well, your hacking kit is fine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It being
Oh, okay.
fine will make it
It's so
more
fine.
effective.
Sorry. Okay.
No,
I
no,
would like
keep
to
going.
use a gambit.
Down to 1.
Here we go. Success.
You hack in and easily able, you find it, and the code looks very similar to Green's code. Hardware, very similar to Green's hardware. And then you notice a very similar power source to Green's power source. And you initiate the shutdown, and she's shut down right now, but knowing the source, you would have to completely disconnect the power source from her to keep her down forever, or she might wake up eventually. You can tell that as you're hacking in. So your options would be either short circuit it somehow and try to break it, dangerous, or disconnect it from the chassis.
So, first thing he thinks is he rolls his eyes as he thinks about his brother
Mm-hmm.
and decides it was a good decision to just have them go scoop up just Pink's sibling. And then second, he thinks about what happened to Green recently on the ship when the source was applied to the ship and it almost fried Green. And so he's going to look around and see if there's a connection, a cable or something that he could possibly connect Diana to a turret or something.
To like overload her?
Correct.
Holy shit. There are cables in various places. So essentially, you want to rig to basically have the source short itself out.
Either that or we have a really strong turret we can shoot more of these ships with.
Okay. Oh, yeah, have it power the turret. Well, which one do you want to do? You could probably do either one. One more dangerous than the other, both pretty dangerous.
All of this is dangerous. Let's see what the dice decide.
Yes, we love a little random. A little fate.
Evens, I'm just gonna roll one of my one dice. Evens, we overclock Diana.
Mhm.
Odds, we do the turret.
Alrighty.
That is an
All right.
even.
Evens.
So, blow her up. That sounds like rig. That is going to be desperate and great effect.
All right. I'm not gonna use a gambit this time. He thinks back to what Green been wanting a body for. Terra, and he's just there's too much is happening right now. So rig. I'm not gonna use our last gambit. Let's go. Partial success.
Fuck.
Um,
You do this. Go ahead, explain.
No, I was just gonna say he's just running back and forth as his Misa's still. He hasn't told her to stop. Like hold
Yeah,
her
she's
down.
just looking to you, watching what you're doing, and hasn't said anything. But then she sees you do this, and you hear the low hum, familiar sound now, of the source powering up, and she looks at you and said, "What did you do?"
Now I get to say it. You should run. As he
Yes.
clicks the cables together.
And she grabs you like she's grabbing a puppy by the scruff of your neck and starts sprinting away. And you hear as basically Diana is charging up, and a massive explosion comes from Diana. I need you to take level 3 harm electrocuted as an enormous lightning storm emanates out from where Diana was. Would you like to resist that?
Here's the fun part.
You only have 2 stress to give.
I do. But I have a thing being a Magmayan.
Oh, you do? Would you like to read that out for everyone?
Yes, once I find it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you ever wrote it on your sheet, but it is on our DMs, I believe.
So it is called Grounded. Oh, it's only on a fail, and I didn't fail. Never mind.
No. This counts.
You want to use it for this one? All right. Take 2 stress to a rig or hack fail. I get to add a gambit and add a gambit to your crew's gambit pool.
Yo.
So I will take the 2 as I see the lightning about to hit myself and probably Ismisa. I will ground myself so Ismisa doesn't take the damage, and I will take 2 stress and have my first trauma.
Pink and green. And red. Red, you looking out the window. Green and pink, you who can now see the planet. See an enormous column of electricity shoot directly straight up from the planet's surface that you can see, and the planet is still like this on your scopes, but you see distinctly electricity come off of it. And red, you see an enormous column of electricity that fries ships, wildlife, and tons of things in the crater. The crater itself looks totally electrified, and you hear the pilots on the ship curse, thankfully them far enough outside the crater that it doesn't nuke their systems, but many of the other ships immediately start spiraling out of control as if hit by an EMP or some kind of electrical surge, and start hurtling towards the jungle.
Would I have recognized this as being from the source?
What do you think?
I feel like I've seen similar lightning coming from my own body.
I would
Just
say
not
that's a
nearly on this
reasonable
scale.
conclusion. It reminds you of what happened when you have tried to overload the ship many times.
Oh. Shit. Pink, I think they got the second source down there. Or at least they did.
So that's obviously where the fighting is happening. Me wondering if I have equipment to handle electrical volatile conditions.
So, what? I gotta get down there.
Oh, well, it's not exactly safe, is it? Do you see those? And I'll enhance, show the ships falling out of the sky.
You can now see the
Yeah.
ships also, and the capital ship.
Look. What do you think is going to happen to a shuttle? I think we have to wait for that to go down a little. Is it showing any signs of weakening as this is happening?
Yes. Eventually, it only takes probably 20 or 30 seconds, and then it retracts and ends.
Kara, do you have any readings on this?
An immense electrical storm. Source and cause unknown.
No. The source is the cause.
I believe you. It's just... If those ships, much bigger than shuttles, are falling out of the sky, we need to wait a minute. How far are we exactly?
You'll make it in the next few scenes, probably. I'd say half hour or so. Not that far away.
All right, let's gear up, and as soon as we are in range to do so and the conditions are deemed safe enough, we're going. Together. Chances of our people and many others being wounded, I have to be there. There's no debate here.
And your sister fly this ship?
I don't know if you all have talked about that, her
I don't
piloting
know.
skills.
And your sister fire that cannon?
Probably not.
Well, actually, that is easier because you modified it so that you can just use it like a gun. So if she knows how to use a gun, she could use the ship's weapons.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to go down, or do you want to fight with the fire drake, just the two of us manning the ship? I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna be completely fair. I don't think any answer that we come up with is gonna be a good idea.
Well, let's pick the one that's, the least bad. Tara can pilot the ship. If something happens to us, surely she'll be able to pick it up on her longer range sensors, right?
Affirmative.
If we die, we can leave instructions for Tara to, I don't know, take Deetha to a space station somewhere.
No
If
one
we're all
has
dead,
to
what's
die.
the point? That's what I'm saying. Especially if I go down, no one has to die.
If we go down.
What if they're hurt?
That's
not
why I'm
staying on
saying
ship. We have to go.
I do believe that shortly we will be in range for short-range communication. Perhaps you could discuss this with the crew once we get to a closer distance.
Do you anticipate there being interference from the electrical storm?
Negative. The interference seems to have died down already.
Okay, then
Tara.
tentative course of action. If they don't answer, we're definitely going down.
Definitely. Tara.
Yes, Green.
What do you think they were using the source for down there?
I have no idea.
Based on similar electrical incidents, would you have a hypothesis?
As the source is infinite energy, I can't imagine what they would have needed to cause a storm of that nature. Perhaps it malfunctioned. Perhaps it powered a weapon. It's hard to know for sure.
And Green was... How much does Green know from what Indigo's brothers told him?
I don't think Indigo Brothers said much.
He did confirm there was a second source. I just want to know if that information was relayed to the rest of us.
Yeah, he told
Yeah,
y'all
do we
everything.
know?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The whole thing smells real bad.
Well, I can only imagine if a storm like that came out of you, you'd be bits and pieces. So whatever caused it, hopefully is in bits and pieces.
Hopefully.
That is a good example of why you shouldn't plug yourself into things. See that right there?
I agree.
No,
Thank
I
you,
do see
Tara.
that.
I'm so glad
see
we're on the
that.
same side on this.
You're welcome.
What if there's a second one of me down there, though?
if there is or was, how much does it matter? Especially if after something like that, they are no more. If it is a someone, if it is a, who knows? For all we know, it was some kind of machine, or like a robot, rather than someone like you. You know what I mean? It could be not sentient. It could be sentient. Who knows? We don't know anything.
Sarah, when we get within range, focus power to shields.
Yes, Green. Confirmed.
All right, let's give your sister the rundown.
Yeah. I'll give me just a minute. I need to check on something. I'll catch up with you.
He'll nod at that. And Tara,
Yes.
assuming shit hits the fan, get Deetha somewhere safe and get yourself to Baftoma. If you can contact Speeder, she'll be able to keep the promise I made you.
Thank you, Green.
When... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. He's just gonna go to the armory to gear up. He's gonna take a heavy load.
When Green leaves, I'm going to give Tara supplemental instructions on top of what was already given. Because I do
Okay.
want Deetha to be safe, but I also don't want anyone other than the original crew to attempt to operate or utilize ship communications, ship systems, ship weapons while we are away. Unless we are dead and Deetha's the only one, nobody else should be touching this.
Understood. And we will go to the planet's surface, or quickly becoming the planet orbit, to Red.
Upon seeing the electrical storm, Red, under his breath, is Misa. And he'll try to see if he can sense her.
Yes, you can.
Knowing she's alive and knowing how hardy and lucky Indigo and Blue are, and they always bounce back, seem to live, he's kind of reinvigorated and is like, all right, if they're taking care of business down there, I'm going to take care of business up here. How far away from docking with the capital ship are we?
We can fast forward right to there.
Perfect. And whenever he's grabbing the outfit out of the back, is it just like ground gear or is it space gear? What kind of gear is it?
What's original? It has both. It is still primarily ground gear, but there is a suit for spacewalking.
Got it. Red would take the spacewalking suit, and that's what he'd put on without the helmet.
So you get in, you see that they're cleared to dock. There's hundreds of ships that are docking on this thing or that can dock on this thing, and pulls into one of the docking bays. Are you trying to exit before it docks, or are you going to let it dock?
I'm going to let it dock and exit as quickly as I can. And then once on, trying not to let the pilots notice.
How are you going to do that? As you will have to open a door to get out of here, and they will probably notice that.
Are there any hatches or anything on the ship?
Yes, there is an emergency hatch that you could open.
I'll go out the emergency hatch while they're landing, not after. So they'll kind of be like, "What the hell?"
Okay. You're trying to be discreet, so that's probably skulk. I'm going to say that is risky but great effect.
Excellent. A partial success.
All right. You find the emergency, quietly turn the handle to open it, get out quickly. Unbeknownst to you, one of the pilots is just looking at the consoles and sees the light for emergency exit pop up and be like, wait, what the hell was that? Then it quickly goes off as you very quickly close the hatch. And they say, better make a call to maintenance and see what's going on. Scope's acting up. But you are on top of the ship as it is docking. You see in this area not too many guards. It is a large hangar. I'd say in this hangar there are 4 other ships currently docked. Many doors, huge open hangar with supply crates, windows further in the facility, auto turrets mounted on the ceilings, not unlike many of the other ships that you have been on. In total, probably 10 guards spread throughout this hangar, which is probably about a quarter of a mile in length. Very large.
Got it. Brett will kind of just roll off the top, kind of right as soon as it lands, and not running, but moving quickly like he has somewhere to be, and like he belongs, he'll just walk toward one of the exits.
Sounds like either sway or command.
Like sway. Yeah, influence someone with... Okay, yeah, I think sway.
I'm going to say that is risky, but standard effects.
Copy.
Oh no. That's a 1, a 1, and a 2.
Why do we... Come on. Starting off so poorly. Okay.
As you're going through the exits and you're just kind of like nod to the guards, they say, wait, what are you doing? There was not supposed to be anyone. I wasn't expecting anyone here.
What do you mean? I just came. There was something on the fritz with the exit bay door. I had to pop outside, fix it.
That sounds like sway. Also, that's going to be
again.
Desperates and standard effects.
A success.
Say,
You're choking.
fine, be about your business quickly and make sure you radio into command.
Yeah, I'm doing it, man. I just go where they tell me to go.
Harama's
Fine.
pissed.
I'm pissed. You think I like doing this?
All right, go on.
Walking past them, is there any signage toward...
Yeah, so you head into a hallway. It's a labyrinth, man. But yes, there are signs that are leading to different areas of the ship, everything that you can imagine. You see military officers, you see people in armor with blasters, no civilians, but this looks like they do research, training, intelligence, lots of different things here. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for the command where Aram would most likely be.
Yes, you can find signage eventually that leads to the bridge.
Perfect. I'll head toward the bridge again, acting like I belong there, like I got stuff to do.
You get
And-
onto an elevator, as it looks like you will need to take an elevator to get to the right floor. And you try to hit the button, and nothing lights up.
All right. Hatch at the top of the elevator.
Oh my god. Andrew, you were so good. There is a hatch at the top of the elevator.
Excellent. Just repeat of the ship. Get out the top of the hatch and see if I can. Am I going up or down? Where I need to go?
You need to go up.
Perfect. I'd like to then, go through the hatch and try to scale upward to get where I need to go.
You try to open it first and it feels stuck, but you give it a good shove and it opens up. And you look up and you see you are in a shaft with, looks like 4 different elevators are in this shaft at various levels, some below you, some above you. There are cables that connect them all, but they also kind of have their own like housing, isolating them from each other. And it leads hundreds of floors up.
Gotcha. Okay. If there's, I guess first off, if there's an elevator to the left or right that is already going up,
Oh my god. You are so cool. Could you be less cool? This is so cool.
This is so cool.
this is the
Jedi.
most Obi-Wan
This
thing.
This is some Obi-Wan shit right here. Yes.
So see if you can go up on another one and
You
basically try
see
to play it as
one,
smart as
you
can
wait a
without
few
taking
minutes
too
and
much
you're just kind of noticing a few different go down, and you notice one coming up, but it's coming at fast speed. These things go quickly, so it's actually going to be dangerous for you to hop on, but if you time it right, you might be able to jump without getting crushed.
right,
It's
we win
probably
these.
going to be scramble, but this is going to be desperate and standard effect.
Got it. Scramble. We win these, right? We win these. That's a success. Let's go.
This thing is rising fast to your left, and you're looking, and you're just like, time it, time it, time it. And then you jump and land at exactly the right moment, falling down, riding the momentum as it takes you up. And you know where you need to go. I think it would be study to try to count the floors as you're going to try to make sure that you get off at the right place.
Copy. What position?
I'm going to say risky and limited effect. This is very difficult to do as you are going extremely fast.
1 die, all we need. That's a partial success.
You are counting, and then like looking, and you hear from inside the elevator below you, like, hello? Is anyone up there? And like a banging on the side of the elevator. Do you just ignore them?
Yep. Ignore and hide away from the hatch if they try to open it.
You wait a moment as you're counting the floors. No noise comes like they're trying to open the hatch, but you know you need to get off on the floor. Now, there are obviously the doors to exit. It is going to be, there's no way for you to like, stop this thing from up top. So how are you going to handle once you get to where you are? Are you just going to jump and hold on to the wall in one of the other shafts and then try to pry the door open? What's your game here?
So the game is to see where the elevator stops. Like, is the floor like that top floor, or are there other floors above it?
There are other floors above it.
Okay, I'm just
It's
gonna
near
see
the
where this-
top, but it's not the top.
Okay, I'm just gonna see where this one stops. And
So this
then
one goes past the floor that you need to go to and keeps going further.
How many floors does it go up?
You're counting 10 more, 20
Okay.
more.
Jesus. All right.
And then it stops about 26 floors past where you need to go.
26. This is the jump there. Okay. I'll wait for it to go back down and try to time the jump as going down. That's probably easier
Oh my
than going.
God. Love it. So you hear someone on the radio. Could you check on something weird going on with the elevator? I don't want it to plummet into the basement or something as they're getting out. And then it starts going down. Probably scramble to try to do this maneuver that you were doing.
All right. Position.
Desperate and standard.
We win these. Partial success.
Excellent. You jump, you leap, and you grab hold to try to get to the door. And you manage to grab onto the side, but you are caught like gripping the side of the door, just barely holding on as this elevator keeps going down below you. And you've got to the right floor, but you are hanging on by a thread.
As he's hanging on by a thread, I am just going to cut that bitch open with my laser sword.
So fucking cool.
That
Badass motherfucker.
no roll necessary to actually cut it open. However, the act of one-handed holding onto the wall, cutting, and doing it quickly enough to make sure that the elevator doesn't smash you on its way back up.
Yep.
I think that is probably also going to be scramble.
Copy.
And that'll also still be desperate, and I'm going to say standard effect again.
All right. Partial success.
Yeah, you start doing this cutting and gripping. You notice the elevator below you start coming up, and you manage to just barely pull yourself inside. And then you look up and you see a middle rank officer looking at you funny from the floor as you roll into the hallway.
Before he can say anything, I'm going to use kinetics to super speed myself over to him and try to knock him out.
Can you be less cool? This is too cool.
Frank's like, God damn.
This is
He's so cool.
He has to
Red-
be. We,
yeah, he's
no
got to
one
be.
is there, but Red.
He has to be this cool. He's on his own.
I think that sounds like either scramble or scrap. And the knocking him out part, that's not the hard part. The hard part is knocking him out before he can radio. So
Copy.
I'm going to say that it's great effect, but desperate.
Copy.
You have gambits.
I'll take a partial success.
What does a partial success look like here?
We have one gambit left, I think, so saving it for the absolute desperation.
You see he goes for his radio, and he clicks it on to radio in, and then you knock him in the face and he goes down, and you just hear a burst of static on off. And then you hear, Galen, what was that? Go again? Galen, come in. Were you trying to say something?
I'm gonna pick it up and very clearly through the. Okay, well, real quick question. Now that I'm on this floor, how far away from the bridge am I?
The bridge is on this floor. You look around and you can see up one of the hallways, a straight shot, probably about 200 feet, looks to be where the bridge is.
So not very far. Okay. What is the hallway like? Are there windows to the outside? Is it all internal? What is the hallway
This is
like?
internal, but making a quick understanding of where bridges usually are, it probably is facing an external wall, but where you currently are is not facing an external wall. Probably each of these hallways will eventually, it's like, think of it like it's a T and you're like up here on the T, and you could go left or right and the bridge is straight down from where you are.
Gotcha. So if I go straight down that hallway, that'll probably be external walls there.
Yes.
Because it's okay. Got it. Red is going to pick up the radio, and as you said, is that Galen?
Yes.
Galen is currently unavailable. This is Prism.
There's silence for a moment.
And before they can speak, You have 5 minutes to evacuate this ship before multiple detonators fire off on the source and completely destroy all life.
That sounds a lot like Sway.
Sway. All right, we win these. No, we don't.
Whoa. That's a 2-3-2. It was
2-3-2.
badass as hell, but those
You know-
rolls.
It was
You hear
badass as
nothing for a
hell.
moment, and then you hear doors locking. Dung, 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 dung. The lights go off and turn red. Sirens start. And then a voice comes over the radio. Good luck, Raymond Stillman. And we will come back to red in a moment. God damn, that was fucking cool.
Until the end.
The dice, the banana peel at the end of the race, dude.
Not the
Mario
banana
Kart
peels.
rolls.
Not me just sitting here like this man watches too many movies. Wait.
Oh,
And we go to, I'm looking for the right scene. This is what happens when you have too many scenes on your
this song is
OBS.
really familiar. What's
The
happening?
sexy
sauce.
music is on.
Why is sexy music on? And my face is on the.
'Cause look at us.
Oh, you right.
Look
you
at
right,
them.
You right. You right.
Right.
Indigo, you come to with on face down with dirt and grass in your mouth. Every piece of metal on your body has been totally fried. Communicator gone. Hacking kit gone. All of it totally gone. You see and you feel something heavy on you, and you turn and you look and you see Ismisa on top of you, body scorched, but you can feel her breathing on your back. Blue, you saw all this happen from safety, and while there was a huge surge, you had enough time to take cover and get away from it, and you run over to see Ismisa and Indigo in a pile.
I think it would truly just be T2 would be in shield mode because she's not strong enough to lift either of these people. So she is in her little bloodied state, just kind of standing over you like a little dog would when protecting someone.
Ismisa looks to be unconscious, but Indigo, you are conscious.
Oh, well, so I think Indigo will attempt to push himself off the ground, and you watch as his metal arm just crumbles like ash, and he just slams on the side.
She looks very quickly at you, just at the her little ear kind of flicks towards and turns very abruptly. And then gives exhale. That was a good move. Whatever you
His,
did.
his eye is gone, the metal one. Did it work? And you notice that he is in shock.
She would look around and kind of get down on her knees in front of you and stake T2 behind her back, like the shield in the ground. It did. You lived, and Diana's a shred. I checked Ismisa as well. She's breathing. I just couldn't get you two up. But it worked. Did it?
Oh.
Are you alright? Well, other than...
That source is something, huh?
Yeah. It is.
Wonder if the few adjustments we can make even a bigger boom.
That's what you're thinking about.
Easier way to, save the whole galaxy. Apparently, it seems if you have the bigger gun.
I guess we're lucky we did this time.
He turns to Smisa. Yeah. Lucky. And for mechanic reasons, for my trauma, I've chosen to pick obsessed.
I knew it. I knew it. Didn't even have to look at the sheet.
Damn.
Well done,
Yeah.
Craig.
Red. Oh.
And he just keeps looking. He looks to Smisa and then looks at the sky. Yeah, we can do a lot with this.
Blue,
Yeah.
you hear a voice on your hip from your communicator, or on your ear. I guess you have ear communicators.
Yeah.
Darling, please tell me you survived that.
Play Usher's Daddy's Home, please.
Oh my god.
She kind of, as she's listening to Indigo, a little ear will flick again as she hears Victor, and it's honestly just very surreal because at this point it's really the blood loss.
Eden, please tell me you're okay.
And she holds up a finger to Indigo.
I think we have friends on the way. One moment. Hi. I'm alive.
Oh, thank fucking God.
I thought I was hallucinating there for a second. I didn't know if that was actually you or not.
Yeah. Well, cavalry's almost here. Where
That
do you
would be
want
nice.
us? Also, I think someone else might want to say hi to you. And Pink and Green, you are now in range and can hear this conversation as you are on the same private band.
Hey, boss, how you feeling?
Not great.
Captain,
Who
are
you
you
got?
wounded?
Who do I have to summarily execute for this?
Well, in our group chat.
We took, well, I guess at the end of the day, it's the Stellar Flame group. They're the church, whatever they call themselves. I can't move. I don't know how you're going to get here. You're going to need a shuttle. Indigo's not going to be able to walk, and he's missing an arm, and his Misa is unconscious, and I don't know where Red is.
What do you mean you don't know where Red is?
I don't know where he is.
Fuck. What was that thing we saw? What the hell was that?
A lightning storm.
Indigo might be able to describe better. He's kind of fried, or I think he'd be able to hear you.
You can put it on
in the
speaker if
dirt
you
making-
want.
He's in
And-
the dirt making math equations.
Indigo, can you stop? What are you doing?
They probably just hear her like,
Oh well, usually I just do these in my head, but I
He
can't
just looks at Green.
get the
listening to
math
us.
in without all my gears.
I don't
Busted.
think he's okay.
Indigo.
Okay.
Hey. What the hell was that big lightning storm? Whatever.
Oh, I overrided the source that was in Diana.
Diana had a source in her. Diana's
Had.
there?
Was.
Had.
Past
Oh god.
tense.
How much of her is present tense?
I would deduce I'm talking maybe to the. We're going way past decimal points. We'll just call it 0.
Friends, more immediate matters. What are we doing? Is this an assault? Is this an evacuation? Is this a rescue mission? What are we doing?
Well, I mean, are we just gonna leave Red on the ship that he flew off on?
Where is that ship?
If we
Indigo
can get
just looks
down
up.
there and get Ismisa awake, she could probably find him.
I'll work on waking her up. How about, there's still a lot of people here that need rescued.
All right. Loverboy, you think you can handle the evac while we go down and grab Blue?
Yeah. How many random
No.
ions are left on the surface?
No, I want you to come here.
All right.
What? Okay.
Send me your coordinates.
She does. For once? No. She feels bad.
And Red,
God.
What's her name?
you are finally able to hear the end of this conversation, right as you also heard Aram the Kind tell you good luck.
I'm all right. Don't worry about me.
What do you mean? Don't worry. Where the hell are you?
Gonna have a nice chat with our friend Aram.
Alone?
On the flagship?
Oh, you dumb piece of shit.
Make me smile, Green.
Yeah, well, I kind of... right back at you, pal. I just kind of wish I was looking at it now instead of hearing it.
I know you wish you were here too. Don't worry about me. I'll be in contact.
Practically.
Green's just gonna take his communicator out. I'm getting a ship. I'm gonna get that motherfucker.
Man, go get your man.
How long can you hold on until I can pull your ass out of that fire?
Red, you are currently too busy to answer at this time.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
believe-
just frantically getting like prosthetics together and things that she is estimating she's going to need, like heavy
Yeah.
load, but medical supplies.
So as I
Green
understand it, Victor and some other ships heading down to the surface, Fire Drake going to try to rescue Red. Is that the current order of the day?
Oh no, I'm going to the surface.
Okay, you're going to the surface.
Yeah,
Surface
on
The
first.
shuttle. Okay.
On the shuttle.
Copy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might have to go down to the surface too.
Okay.
For the first time ever, Green's wearing like the full armor kit though.
Ooh, I love that. Okay. In that case, you all, for the purposes of the game Scum and Villainy, are out of combat, and your job is done.
All of us?
No.
Oh no!
I knew that was coming.
Uh-oh. Feeling fucked up.
Aram, I need to do a couple downtimes. Just chill for a second.
Hey, Rom, can you chill for a minute? I gotta complete my vice.
And you hear boots on ground for echoing from the hallway. What do you do, Red?
Red's gonna run straight to the bridge, and I imagine there's a nice big ol' locked, sealed door there.
So you're just sprinting down the hallway, the 200 feet, to try to get there as soon as possible?
Correct.
Okay. Well before you get there, down about the third cross hallway, you see guards on either side with blasters, and they start shooting at you.
Am I to the long hallway that is an external wall?
So, God, I can't diagram this well.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to
basically think of
picture what I'm
yourself going through the central corridor of this, and down each of the hallways on your right and left will eventually lead to an external hallway, and then the bridge will lead to an external wall, and then the bridge will have an external wall. So there's not an external wall near you. They're down the corridors in every direction.
All right, I'm just gonna keep running toward the bridge.
Sounds like scramble.
Position.
Desperate and standard effect. And I'm going to start a clock for this.
Success. 6.
And this may get successively harder the more you ignore these guards, but this is going to be great. Eli, oh, you want to put glasses on me? I am cool sometimes.
I love it.
Play.
Slime. What a look.
Making a clock called Bridge. This is going to be an 8 ticker, as you need to run 200 feet while taking heavy blaster fire. And I'm going to assume as I add more and more guards to this equation, you're just going to ignore them and keep going. Am I right?
That's correct.
You run, you get through another hallway, you see 4 more guards start firing, adding to the 4 before. Again, desperate and standard for your scramble.
That's a fail.
As you run, you get shots in your legs.
Can I use my way shield?
You can, which I believe
Or resolve.
resist with resolve.
Yep. Oh, 3.
Take 3 stress, but I'm assuming you don't want to spend the stress to redirect the fire. You just want to block it.
I am going to redirect the fire as well, and then I'm going to use a gambit to ignore all of that stress.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you redirect the fire back and you send it at some of the guards. Some of them get incapacitated. You've got another 100 feet to go.
All right.
Do it again, Red. Unless you're taking a different tactic. There's now 8 guards firing at you from behind you.
I'm going to use kinetics to propel myself using superhuman speed.
Awesome. That will take you the entire way to the door.
So sick.
And as soon as he's getting to the door, I am carving a entrance for me to get in through the door.
Okay, I will let you know what happens when you get to the door. Go ahead and make your scramble using way kinetics and push yourself.
All right. Desperate standard, risky standard?
Risky.
Okay. Oh, partial success.
You manage, as you were running down this hallway, you see guards get on the sides of you and they try to tackle you, but you are running at superhuman speed and they can't. However, one does fire at you and does manage to hit you in the arm as you're running down the hallway. You take level 2 harm shot in the arm. Would you like to resist that or would you like to accept it?
Can I use my way shield again?
You can.
I will
Resist
use
with
my way
resolve.
shield. I need a really good roll here. That's critical success.
Oh my god. You clear a stress.
Let's go.
You made a resistance roll when you were 1 pip from breaking. You have
That was
balls
slay.
of steel. Oh my
And it was
goodness.
rewarded.
That was amazing.
You get to the door, and very similar to episode 1, you were greeted with a blast door in front of you.
Just pouring.
Are you just going to try to rip through that?
Yes.
This is going to be desperate but limited effect, as it will take you a few moments to get through this. It's going to be a 4-tick clock to essentially get through this that I'm going to make.
Gotcha. Scrap, I'm assuming.
Scrap, desperate and limited.
We don't have any gambits left, do we?
I think...
I don't think we ever used that last one. Did
No.
we?
Well,
I
no, he
used
just
it a
used
second
it.
ago
So
to
yeah, you
avoid
have...
Ah.
No, because you clear it from your critical. You got one from your critical success, I believe.
Okay.
So we
All
have
right,
one.
then
We also still have 2 stress
we
points.
do
Yes,
have
that
the
we were
stress.
donated.
Okay. All right. Okay, then I'll
And
I'll
we're done.
save the I'll
So-
save the gambit. No, I'll use the gambit. I gotta get in there.
All right.
Partial success.
So as you are doing this, you manage to partially carve a hole in this giant blast door, but they are firing at you from behind. I need you to again take level 2 harm, blaster shots to the back, unless you would like to way shield those as well.
I'd like the way shield again.
Okay, resist with prowess.
All
Or sorry, not prowess, resolve. Or is it resolve or prowess?
It's resolve. It's
Resolve. Resist with resolve.
5.
1 stress.
Let's go. We're still above.
You as you get fired, you pull the plasma sword out, redirect the fire, and then start carving. Make one other desperate limited scrap
Right,
roll to carve
desperate
the rest of the
limited.
way.
Success.
Their shots go wide and they don't manage to hit you. As you get and carve a hole in the bridge, you roll through and you are greeted of the sight of Iram, a bridge full of military officers at different consoles. Imagine a Star Trek or Star Destroyer bridge, and 4 guards with blasters who immediately raise their blasters, and you hear Iram shout, "Kill him!" And they go to take fire.
How close to the window am I? Of the
Oh, you can
bridge?
see it. It's just on the other side, probably 40 feet ahead of you.
I'd like to use my kinetics to push myself.
Oh, God,
with
I see the plan
superhuman
now.
Speed and crash through the window with my laser sword drawn and suck everyone out into space. That is my goal.
That is going to be desperate but great effect.
Oh my god. So cool.
And
That is so cool!
I'm gonna use the 2 stress so I don't immediately get a trauma by doing this. If that's okay with everyone.
I
Please
love it.
do.
Okay. All right. Partial success.
You go, and even with the superhuman speed, with the number of people firing at you, you still take shots. Are you going to resist again to redirect, or are you just going to take the hits?
Let's see. I'm gonna redirect him, or I'm gonna way shield. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, resist.
What are you at?
He's at 1 to breaking.
Critical
Oh
success.
my
Oh
god!
my
No way!
That's my boy.
Yeah. What the fuck? I love it.
No way!
Only
No
bangers this
way.
episode.
We
Only
gotta
bangers.
just screenshot that.
Oh
Critical
my
success.
god!
Critical success.
Banger episode.
166.
Oh my god.
You, like the badass you are, get fired on as you zip at superhuman speed, deflect the blaster shots, and then use your plasma sword, crash through the window, and go shooting out into space. And everyone on the bridge, on this floor, immediately starts getting sucked out into space. Including yourself, who goes hurtling into the black.
Which is why I grabbed that spacesuit on my way.
Oh. Oh. What?
I'm stressed.
The fuck you mean you're stressed? Why do you
I'm
think we
stressed.
fail? No, he's really stressed. Like, how many points do you have?
Yeah, well now I've got room for one more stress. Is these critical successes.
That is not the right music. This is better. Red, we will come back to you in a moment as you are hurtling in the black. Blue and Indigo. Around the same time, you all can tell me what order this happens. Victor's small two-seater ship lands. Wait, is there music? I don't hear music. Oh, there he is. Lands at your coordinates in the jungle, followed very shortly by the shuttle of the Fire Drake. Victor immediately runs down with armor on, blaster in hand, sees you and sprints at you and picks you up into his arms.
Gently, I hope.
Not that gently, actually. Like, and starts swinging you around and holding you.
Please stop. Stop. Ow.
He looks at you and smiles. You are, by far, the craziest girlfriend I have ever had.
I would hope so. I would be very concerned if someone else had outdone me in this way. But if you could very seriously put me down.
Right. And he puts you down gently.
Thank you.
Yeah. That poor little thing covered in her own blood.
He looks to Indigo and just kind of nods. Anything permanently broken?
I don't believe so. I was able to redirect most of the electrical burning from myself and his Misa. And he's like basically just holding his Misa in his lap. He's sitting on the ground and he's still like.
Yeah,
doing
she
math
is still
equations to the side.
unconscious. Wait, are you still going on and on about the source?
Yes. It's the key to all this. Imagine if we could create something like that tenfold.
Victor kind of gives Blue a look. And then the Fire Drake shuttle comes down.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I will let you all set the scene.
Green just kind of hurls out first. He's got a heavy blaster in his hand as he's just looking around the crater. Oh, okay. Okay, we're clear. And he's just gonna move over. He's gonna, since Blue is with Victor, he's gonna go to Indigo and just like, hey, looks like you could use a hand. Hey.
Humor. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and she's breathing, right?
Yes, she's
Oh, thank God. I don't think Red would forgive me if she wasn't. He's gonna look in the crater. What's left there?
There are piles of bodies. There are crashed ships. There are giant animals, the likes of which you have certainly never seen before, Green. The size of ships. There is fire, smoldering wreckage. It looks like the aftermath of a war zone, because it is.
Holy shit. You just fucking atomized Diana.
yes.
Oh.
Thanks to you, of course.
What do you mean thanks to me?
Well, I did the whole thing where you attach yourself to the ship and create more power, but I kind of like turned that around or flipped it in layman's terms to the point where the energy continued to, regenerate itself to the point of overloading itself, and then he points to what's left. Beautiful, isn't it?
That's not the word I'd use. So she was like me this whole time.
Makes sense. I mean, you can take a lot of damage. Somehow they had a little bit more, so to speak.
And
Investment.
She was. Your brother made her.
Yes. With the
So-
backing of the hegemony, of course.
So. You nuked my cousin.
Are you
Is what
making
you're
this a
telling me.
family thing?
I'm not making it anything. I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to catch myself up to speed here. Which, you know what? I'll get you on the shuttle first, okay? He's gonna take Ismisa from Indigo, and he's gonna carry her onto the shuttle. Wait here.
Oh, I gotta go find Leon. I left him in one of the office areas in here.
You left Leon?
What?
Aw.
I didn't want to charge him into facing Diana. That
Oh.
didn't make it. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Okay. We can go find Leon then.
What are y'all afraid of? Whatever's left here? He just puts
No.
his hand out. And...
I think it's just gotta push past all this bullshit to go directly to the captain.
I'm just having a little stand, a little lean, using my crutch, Victor. To hold.
Are you gonna be okay to get onto the shuttle, or should I treat you right here?
I can walk. I've got a nice sturdy man
You can-
rest.
You can tell she's looking you over like with intention, like very close, like
I can tell you what happened.
clicks her little flashlight, checking your eye responses, checking the scanner.
Oh, what happened?
Any issues with cognition? How many fingers am I holding up? Are you good?
She does a little blink blink.
Oh no. Okay. Victor, can you help me? And I'll get under like her other arm to kind of help Blue walk to the shuttle. Save your energy. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but we need to get you into treatment right now.
Be nice.
Glaring
Definitely
up at
something
Victor
up.
like you're helping, right?
Help her.
Are you muted?
Damn it, I am muted. Sorry. I
You.
was muted while I was trying to fix all the tech problems we were having. Yeah, Victor would actually pick her up himself if you would let her.
Be careful.
You should not pick up an injured person like that. Nope. You're gonna help us. You're going to help me walk her to. Just. You're sure you can walk?
I'll let the medical officer dictate this.
You're sure you can walk? Actually, otherwise I have a stretcher on the.
I have walked and ran in this state for a bit now. I'm going to be all right.
All right, we're going to help you though to make it a little less stressful, and I'm going to instruct Victor on what to do because picking somebody who's super duper injured up like that is not a good thing to do medically.
He already did the like, oh my god, I miss you squeeze her little body.
You're so
ribs
lucky that
shattered.
Pink did not see that.
And while you guys are walking onto the shuttle, Green's walking off past you.
What are you doing?
I'm making sure there's nothing left behind before I grab Indigo.
And she's gonna get Blue and Victor onto the shuttle.
If you all would like to fast forward loot this place of whatever is
Yeah.
left, you can also do that.
I want to
Yeah.
treat as many wounded people as I find, whichever ones aren't coming onto the fire drake.
Is there
Whatever we have
anything-
time for.
Is there anything
Oh yeah, I want that.
There are no artifacts that you find in the wreckage.
and no bodies?
Or technology of any
Oh,
kind.
you're looking
Yeah.
for Diana.
Yeah, if there is anything left, a shred.
Please hold.
But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna take a can of spray paints. I'm gonna put the Prism logo on whatever wall's left, and I'm just gonna put the message of "Fuck your son." The source eats it.
You scour the grounds for 15 minutes and you cannot find Diana's body. Either it was totally destroyed or someone already took it. Most likely it's totally destroyed.
Yeah, that tracks.
You do find many weapons, which we can get into later, and lots of credits.
Oh, yeah, definitely want that.
Actually, I'm gonna... Red, please tell me you're alive.
Somehow, yes.
Oh my god. What the hell happens? Please tell me.
Frank, is Aram the kind floating in space with me?
Yes, and he is very dead.
I may have spaced Aram.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm currently floating in space. If you wouldn't mind picking me up on y'all's way out.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna grab you. Your girlfriend's not doing great. Diana is Diane not, and everyone else is pretty beat to shit. So you know.
I got a story to tell you. What you said is Misa's hurt?
Yeah, she's alive. She's burned to shit, but she's alive.
Ink's working on her.
Will be, yes.
Well, I'll see y'all soon. Stay safe.
Give me your coordinates before I get up there, you butt.
Copy that.
And oh, go ahead, Green.
Did we find Leon?
Yes, you found Leon.
We better have.
Leon is
An
cowering
emoji.
in the corner of an office with half.
I will wait for you.
Yeah. Green's just gonna
Eli
hold
agrees.
an arm. Green's gonna hold an arm out to him. Just. Yeah, listen. If I came back to my dad without his favorite child, I don't think he'd be very happy. Come on.
Okay. I am definitely checking over everyone and already measuring retrofitting temporary prosthetics for Indigo so that he can be mobile / functional.
And I believe this is a great time for us to take a 15-minute break, as all that is left is for you to scoop Red out of space. There probably will be ramifications from this and some fallout. You know, you nuked everyone on that floor, but it is a capital ship. But we will deal with that in a moment. We are going to be back in 15 minutes, everyone. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us.
Y'all soon.
Wait, how do I do this again? Here we go.
Oh my god.
It's time to be fixed.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. And wait, I need to fix the background because
No context. That's crazy.
We're gonna get fixed.
we're in space. I hope you all had a good break. That was a lot. That was awesome. Don't usually do this right now. Could we get a round of applause for Andrew, especially? That was super fucking cool.
Andrew, fuck, what is it like to be the ultimate action hero?
That was one of the coolest
it's like
things I've
to
ever
be-
witnessed in an RPG.
Well, I think
Yeah.
y'all don't even know what to say. I appreciate it. I think
That
it's
shit was
all
cool.
killing it. This
He
is
is-
group.
He is that guy.
He is that guy.
Appreciate y'all.
And if you want more Andrew and more of all of this awesome stuff, head to our YouTube, youtube.com/magirpg. Andrew has been in how many previous shows? Synthetic Dreams
Rock and Roll
and
Play.
Rock and
No,
Roll
not-
Play. Oh no, not
Synthetic
Synthetic
Dreams.
Dreams, just Rock and Roll
And our
Play.
hunter game.
Rock and roll
Yeah,
play.
yeah,
Hunter
Hunter
the
Hunter
Heavy
the
Price,
Reckoning.
yes.
Mhm.
But you can watch all of those and more on our YouTube, youtube.com/magirpg.
Good old one-shot Murder House back in the day.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Death House? Was it Death House?
Death House, thank you. Murder House,
Yes.
Death House, whatever.
Oh yeah, I think I was in that with you. Yeah, that was. A
Yeah,
fun
that was
one.
fun. That was
Law
peak
and
Andrew.
Order. Yes. that
Yes,
was-
Law and Order. That was peak Andrew and Bijan.
Yeah. If you want to find out when our next Marvel Rival stream is, then you have to join our Discord. I'm not going to say when. You're just going to have to go there and find out. Discord.gg/MagicRPG. And thanks to everyone who decided to tune in for that. It was a lot of fun. I'll see
was a
if
lot
I
of
can
fun.
be
It was a
there
lot
for
of
the next
fun.
one, as I am a Rivals fiend. I couldn't join the
Yeah.
last
As we
one,
all are.
but I will
We
try to
all
join
are,
this one.
truly.
I think let's rank up to Diamond or something.
Yeah.
I keep
Oh my
wanting to
God.
play rank
Casually.
with you. Stop dodging me, bro. I'm in gold too. I gotta
You do-
catch up.
I do hear-
Live on the internet?
I do hear your whispers.
Live on the internet, that just happened, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, Craig,
The
I'm
boys are
bad.
beefing. The boys are beefing.
No.
Lovingly.
It's okay. I wouldn't want anyone to bring my. No, Wayward. No. Thank you, Wayward.
Oh
thank you,
my
Wayward,
What's
for
up?
$50.
Thank you, Wayward.
Thank you,
You
Wayward.
Thank you, Wayward.
cheeky devil.
Thank you so much for
Ah, I
that.
see what you did there.
Wayward
Please,
is the cheap
please
devil.
let us know what that is
Uh-huh.
for. Lastly, if you want to help the players and help us with the stream in the way that Wayward did, you can leave us a tip for any of the things that you can do, and there's a link below that'll let you do that below the stream. Thank you so much, Wayward.
And every dollar raised helps support the channel, it helps support working artists, and helps Magi do more cool stuff for you. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
just
Yes.
throwing it out there.
Yes.
Everything we do goes back into the channel.
And is made by a human. And let me tell
Yeah.
you, it is so hard to find backgrounds that aren't AI art now. Holy shit, man. It's
I
like
know.
really hard. It's crazy. Spent 4 hours on Saturday wasted. Anyway, I won't rant about that too much.
Bro,
but
no, like I'm right there with you. My YouTube assets are so hard to find now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we pay artists to do all the art. Just got 5 new things commissioned and 5 more on the way for a new show. I didn't get to do the announcement. I'm sorry, but I'm going to announce another new show that's going to be on Tuesdays. Okay, I
Oh.
promise. I promise. I promise.
He promises.
I promise.
He means it this
When
time.
are we announcing it though?
Assuming I can get my act together this week, maybe by Friday if I can get my act together. We'll see. If not, definitely by
Discord
next.
chat.
If not, definitely by next week Tuesday. And yeah, Discord will also see.
Yeah,
about it.
Discord gets all the news first. You want to know what we're doing, what we're up to, what our new projects are? Discord.
Discord.ggg. GGGGG.
Discord.gg/MagicRPG.
You good?
And back into the action. As you board the Fire Drake, I would like to first hear, because we need a music change for this. Give me a moment. Blue, you're back on your baby for the first time in nearly a week. It's the first time you've been without her for this long. Please tell me how
Yeah.
you feel. Oh, perfect.
think-
Wayward was saying this is a blue monologue and an indigo monologue, so
What do you know? It was
Well.
gonna be a monologue anyway.
go ahead, Blue.
I think as she's pulled on to off the shuttle into home again, her home, I think a lot of things are running through her head. Not just the ship. It's something that she kind of always knew at the time. But, you know, it's one of those, it's a subconscious thing. And she's looking around as they're guiding her to the med bay. And she glances at Pink, glances at Victor. And she knows that it's not just the Fire Drake that is home. That's not her safety blanket. It was for a very long time, but she realizes she didn't think about the Fire Drake once. She was worried about Pink and Green. She was worried about Indigo and Red. Wanting desperately for Victor to come and save her, wanting to make sure Ismisa didn't die. And I think that's the very blood loss little dizzy head thoughts that she is having right now as she's led to the med bay of, wow, they actually came to come and save me. Of course they came to save me. They are my crew, but maybe it's not the ship. Maybe it's them. Before she's put down on a little table. And they start working on it.
Oh yeah.
And while you were going through space and you pick up Red, you get picked up by the shuttle and brought into the Fire Drake. You see Victor's armada dispatching members of the Church of Stellar Flame and the Hegemony as their leadership is in disarray, as Red just ejected them into space. And the battle is a quick rout where Victor's ships with minimal losses and injuries take out the remnants of the Church of Stellar Flame that dare leave the capital ship. The capital ship, however, does not fall, and it begins to retreat away from you. And yes, Victor has someone else fly his ship while he joins you all on the Fire Drake to make sure that his baby girl is getting proper medical care.
Baby girl.
That's
And with
emotional
that,
support. Boy,
Frank the
Gwen.
GM is going to take a back seat, and you all can have conversations and decide what y'all are doing next.
The second Green sees Red, just marches right over, socks him on the jaw, and then pulls him right into a fucking death grip hug.
I missed you too. Jesus.
Why the fuck do you have to start doing the shit that I do?
And Red stands back and does like a spin. Not a scratch on me.
Was it at least cool?
You would not believe how cool this is. Prequel trilogy, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is John Wick. This is insane. I was hiding in elevator shafts. I was running down hallways, deflecting blaster bullets. I cut through a shielded door with my sword, and then I jumped through a window. It was incredible. And then Aram is just out there floating. And that was that.
All right. First of all, good job. Just
Thank
don't fucking scare me like that again, man.
Like had to do what was right, and I didn't want to kill everyone on board, so I tried to just take Aram with me.
And you certainly did that. Now, go check on your girl, okay?
Yeah, what the hell happened down there? I leave for 45 minutes and they blow the whole planet up almost.
Turns out Diana had the other source inside of her. So Indigo just kind of, you know.
You mean we don't get to shoot her with the coherence cannon?
I was more along the lines of take her body and give it to Terra, but no, we don't.
That too. All right,
But
well,
on the plus side, we have a coherence cannon.
we do still have the coherence cannon. I'm gonna go check on Dismisa. Thanks again, and Red gives him another tight hug.
Yeah.
Misa is in the bed next to Blue, still unconscious.
Do I know
Red.
what her
Yeah.
prognosis is?
Concussion, internal bleeding. If you can get the internal bleeding stopped, she'll probably make it.
I explain all of this to Red as soon as he arrives, or as soon as he arrives and has a second.
Red falls to his knees, and you can see like there's tears welling in his eyes, and he kind of places his hand on Misa's forehead and is just trying to talk to her through that contact, through the way, and just tell her everything is going to be okay. I'm here. I'm here. Don't leave.
Are you next to her when you do this?
Yes.
She grabs your hand.
She's too stubborn to die.
I'm sure she will recover. She just needs time.
And Red looks directly at Pink, and I don't care what you have to do. Just save her, please.
I will do whatever I can.
I know you're the best.
She'll touch his shoulder. It's gonna be okay. She'll be okay. She just needs time. I will make sure of it.
Upon that touch on his shoulder, he kind of not recoils, but kind of his shoulders kind of droop, and he's kind of overcome with emotion. He turns away and walks out, and as he's walking out, you can see his shoulders kind of bobbing up and down as he starts to cry, and he walks down the hallway to his room.
She hesitates because I'm sure both of the gals are sleeping or resting. She looks like she's going to go follow Red, but then she sees his shoulders and she lets it go. Checking on Blue because Captain is #1 priority, though I am being very cautious about Misa as well.
She's just doing a little rest.
You know Blue's injuries from earlier. She's basically been shot a bunch of different places.
Yep, she's all wrapped up, drugged up. Everything I can possibly do to make her comfortable, because there's no way she's gonna be piloting for a little bit, probably. Not effectively anyway. So I've made sure that, you know, she is actually resting and isn't gonna sneak out of med bay in a couple of hours to go sit on the bridge.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
I've been caught.
Bed rest. Should we do doctor roll things, or do we want to hand wave that for later?
You can do it now.
Okay.
It's gonna be Blue's down times, but
I assume you're okay with that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not
Position
very
doesn't
functional.
matter. We're in mid-May, so I get +1. Do I get any other bonuses for stuff that we've done? I think it's just the +1.
I think it's just the med bay bonus.
Okay. That's a success.
Okay, so I believe it's a 6-tick clock, but that will immediately get rid of your level 1 healing injuries, Momo, or Blue.
Shall I go again? It's up to you.
Yeah, I can just be stressed. That's fine.
Hey, we
I'd
got
rather
money.
get rid of it.
You have
We got
money to
money.
spend also.
That's true.
You-
I
you
can just
do.
pay from yeah.
Also,
Again.
Wayward donated to help with stress as well, so we can consider that as part of this.
That's true.
Okay, 4 die because
you
I'm
again.
a motherfucking doctor. Another success.
Hey,
Yay!
it will take time, but you will be fully healed before the next job.
Blessings.
So I think she'll just talk to Captain in a little bit, make sure she's comfy, give her like her little pillows or any kind of little thing she might have from her room, just kind of like set stuff up so that she's comfortable.
Cozy.
Checks on Misa one last time. Asks Tara to wake her up in case
If his
anything
Misa wakes
changes.
up. Of course, Doctor. We will hand wave
And-
that, but you would do surgery to stabilize his Misa at some
Yeah.
point in this,
Yep,
which all goes
would.
fine.
I would take care of that, yes. TLDR, give her a couple of hours to see if she stabilizes, realizing that she isn't, then do surgery. all that stuff. I'm probably sleeping in my office. I'm not going to my quarters.
And we will stay in the med bay for the moment. After Pink has worked on Blue for a while, Victor comes over and says,
Hog.
you know, I was beginning to wonder if I was ever going to see you again. Or your ship.
Well, the ship would have been fine. Not much can take it down. That's why I stole it in the first place.
He leans down and he gives you a kiss.
You certainly took long enough.
Well, there was a lot of problems. There was high alert in and around Warren. Gate offline after a certain terrorist group commandeered it. Then there was every mercenary and armed ship going to Aketi on orders of Aram the Kind. It takes a lot of subterfuge and time to get 30 ships armed with illegal weaponry through warp gates.
But you did it.
Well, I'm the best, aren't I?
I wouldn't have picked you otherwise.
She tries to have a teeny little laugh about it, but then is like, no laugh.
Yeah.
No laugh. Laughing hurts.
Well, darling, you've got 30 ships once we've repaired the 2 that were hurt in the fight. Hundreds of, well, I wouldn't call them soldiers, but people willing to help you. From what I've been told, over 100 Renamans owe you their lives and a revolution that you've started. Is this what you had in mind when you picked me up?
Not really. No. Guess it just worked out that way. Complaining. I had a...
She stops for a second, then takes a breath.
I would have picked you even if you didn't help with all this. Just speaks to who you are as a person that you do anyway.
Always.
You're not... Well, I guess you are a criminal.
Not nearly as good of one as you.
I just have a different style about mine. You know, more flashy. And yours is a bit more subtle. It goes well together. Means you can clean up my messes.
Hopefully not too much more of that.
I promise to stop after this.
Do you?
I just have...
Do you really? He
I
gives you an
just-
extremely skeptical look.
I just need you to do it until I don't know, free a majority of oppressed people?
Free the majority of oppressed people.
How about... You know, I don't like when we talk like you're making one of your deals. That's what this feels like.
I apologize. You know what? We shouldn't be strategizing right now anyway. I think Pink will have my head if she hears me talking to you right now anyway. At least about this.
I can give you something on this. I think that's only fair. Not a stressful thing. Though you're right. I think I can compromise for everything that you've given up. It's only fair that I reward you. After just... I want to get my people home, and I want to get Indigo's home.
Okay.
And if it's possible, I'd like to... there's always going to be a government, and they're always going to do bad things, but there's got to be a better way.
We can show them together.
I don't know if we should be running it.
No, running the government, no. But we can show them that there's a better way. I think you've already started.
I'm okay if we just save people and get things in motion. There are people who are much better suited to politics than I. I just want to make sure the right people get a chance to do so.
You know, I think I met one of those people on my way over here. She said she was a friend of yours.
Oh?
Yeah, that's Stacy Weathers' girl.
So she was friends with me.
She said she was a friend of yours. I didn't necessarily believe her.
Why'd you run into her?
Needed her help. Hiding 30 ships, fully armed, remember?
She helped.
In a manner of speaking. False broadcasts over the air.
What do you
Cleared out
know?
security in one of the sectors around Warren.
I didn't think she had it in her. That's actually really great to hear. If we can change people's minds like that, that's...
Well,
Glad you told me.
I wouldn't trust her further than I could throw her. For me, that's pretty far, but still. She seems like the play both sides type.
I don't disagree, though we are one of those sides.
She certainly has an audience.
And we should use that.
All right. Before the doctor runs me through, I'm going to see about some coffee. I'm told green makes a good latte.
I have been told. He's very good at it.
Get some rest. We'll talk later.
Okay. Thank you.
He squeezes
For
your
everything.
hand. Of course.
Hey,
She does like a little lingering hold as he gets up and just.
I don't say it enough, but I really do love you.
He smiles with his eyes and his mouth. I love you too, Eden. We'll figure this
And
out.
I know.
And she does a little curl back up in her little blanket nest that Pink made her.
And we will go across the ship to Indigo. What is our favorite Magmayan doing?
The engine bay is covered in notes and data that he's tried to collect and assess what transpired when Diana overloaded. And he's come to a conclusion. He's just talking basically to Leon, and he's just pacing and everything. Like, all right, the source can be overloaded. Conclusion: a massive discharge of electricity, people shutting down aircraft. Yes, I know. But they were in and outside of orbit. And that was only because I connected it to a turret. Imagine what could happen if the source overloaded like that to a ship. That could possibly be destructive on a planet level. But my hypothesis is, what if we connect it to a gate? Would that be... Yes, maybe it would alter an entire system. That could be something that could be a out of that. But at the same time, what's an easier way to deal with the hegemony? Threaten them with something that massive on one of their safe systems, then maybe they'll leave everybody else alone. We could also test things out instead of destruction. What if there's some way of reversing it and actually creating instead of destroying? Similarly to the Big Bang. I need more data. About artifacts and that's a lot to ask.
Sounds like you want to start a long-term project about the source.
I do.
What is it that you're trying to ascertain, Indigo, about the source?
With it being a self-replicating source of energy, is it possible for that energy, when discharged, is it creating this energy on its own, like to the point where, similarly to the Big Bang, would it be able to create its own system if the explosion was big enough? And what would it need for that?
It's a great project. I'm going to say this is a 8-tick long-term project. Actually, no. This is just information. So this is a 6-tick long-term project.
Okay.
Discover power capabilities of the source, i.e. Big Bang. Let me make this public so you all can see it. Is that one of your downtimes you would like to do?
It is. And I have a question, because now I have a trauma. Don't I have to do my vice? But right now I'm at
Yes,
0.
each downtime you have to do your vice or you take a stress. You take stress equal to the amount of trauma you have. So you can choose not to do it and you'll just take 1 stress during downtime.
I think I will for this one, because
Yeah, you're at 0.
Okay.
Anyone who took trauma, which I think is also red, which you can let us know what trauma you took later, you were back down.
I
to
didn't
he-
take any trauma.
Oh, you didn't
get
take
it.
any? Oh my god.
No.
Crazy. All right,
I
well.
used the 2 stress reducer that we got from the donut.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So yeah, it is currently just Indigo. But yeah, go ahead. It would be study for your long-term project.
Do a quick study roll. Success. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry.
Partial
success. I was
success.
looking at pinks.
Wait, don't you get a thing for this?
For study, if it's a study a schematic, I would be the
Okay,
one
so this
drawing
is not a
these
schematic.
schematics,
No,
yeah.
okay.
Wait, if he was in the lab, would he get a bonus since the source is technically an artifact?
But he's not studying the source. He's doing theoretical
theory.
physics.
Okay.
Goodwill Hunting issue.
Your initial research
you.
is showing that it seems to actually be very similar to the energy that created the Big Bang, or what you might see in matter-antimatter collisions in particle accelerators. More research required, but you might be onto something, Doctor.
Okay. And then the second thing I would do in my second downtime would be looking at my schematics of green and seeing how connected to the source green is. Is it life altering if I were to detach this from green? Obsessed.
Okay, you don't need to roll for that because it's your schematics. You could disconnect the source from green, but you would essentially be putting him into a coma by doing so.
Okay.
You wouldn't kill him unless you destroyed it, but his consciousness is in the source. Dang, Dan has that look, that ha 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 ha, I'm in danger.
All right. Counter project, because the term self-replicating energy,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to possibly be able to duplicate the source off greens.
That
I feel
is
like
going
that
to
would be a massive job.
Yes, I'm going to say it's a 12 tick even to just recreate the schematic. And then it would be to make another one from scratch would be another 10 afterwards.
You got it.
So 22 in total. All right. So I'm going to say source schematic. Dang. This is Craig taking a page out of Momo's book right here.
Hello.
I gotta go bigger. You destroy a city, I'm gonna destroy a city.
Go larger. Shoot for the stars. Literally.
All right, so first
what if
clock
we
I
get
just made
close to a
source
star?
I
schematic.
believe in you.
And then I'm going to make another that is source duplicate. And that's going to be 10. All right, Craig. Roll it, buddy. That's
This is
going to
study
be...
again?
LFG.
Yeah, it's going to be study for the schematic, but I believe you get an extra thing for working on schematics, right?
Yes, Tinker.
Yes.
Automatically, one of the segments gets filled.
Okay, so I'm starting it off with 1. Go ahead and roll your study.
Partial success.
Partial success. 2 more ticks. And we will jump across the ship to red.
That was also my monologue.
Yes, that was.
You did
also
do
your
a monologue at the beginning.
That was
Yeah,
your
yeah,
monologue.
So as soon as Red leaves the med bay, with tears, pouring down his face, he'll go to his room and do a little meditating as my vice, and basically try to apologize to the way for killing some collateral damage in the bridge outside of Aram the Kind.
You feel disappointment, but also you feel justice.
He kind of makes another, promise, like he'll continue to try to do better and balance the way, and he knows he can do better. And I clear 4 at least.
Wait, you're supposed to get 2 extra D
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because you have what is it called?
Excellent. I'll roll 2
Spark
more.
of Rebellion and
I'll-
Old Hands.
Okay, 6.
All right,
Excellent.
clear 6 stress.
Do I have any long-term projects to work on? Don't think so.
Whose was powerful or artifacts? Was that blues or was that pinks?
This was mine.
I think it's
Okay.
pinks.
So you can help people with their long-term projects if that is something you want to do, but you don't have to if you know about them also.
Well, I'll just say immediately after communing with the Way, he'll realize that he needs to be there for his Misa and go straight back to the med bay, grabbing a replacement red headband and red bandana, and he'll walk in and sit next to his Misa and kind of put it in her hand and hold her hand with it in there. Just wait for her to wake up, however long it takes.
And she would, on the second day, finally regain consciousness. And Blue, because you're not cellmates. What's the word for that? Roommates? Hospital? I don't
Yeah.
know.
We're
It's
laid
like
up in the
roommates.
same little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roommates.
Hospital mates.
Hospital mates.
There's-
Hospital
there's-
roommates.
There's a curtain. They have a little
I
privacy.
know there's a little privacy. I'm just saying, in the same room.
Have a little listen.
And yeah, you can eavesdrop. And she kind of gives a weak smile and squeezes your hand. Says, "Hey, Red.
I knew I told Pink you were too stubborn to die.
Well, I suppose I probably should have asked Indigo if he was planning on blowing up the cyborg or not.
Yeah, you're usually pretty smart, but not your wisest move. That's what you get when you hang out with a crew like ours.
Well, you all have turned me into a martyr somehow, even though that's against my nature.
Well.
Your suicidal tendencies seem to be rubbing off on me.
Hey, we always come out the other side, and I'm glad. I'm very happy you did too. I don't know what I would have done.
How did your little renegade mission go?
Aram the Kind is currently floating lifeless in space.
So we killed Diana and Aram.
Not a bad day.
That's pretty crazy. You're crazy.
Wow.
You're all crazy.
Well, takes crazy to know crazy.
I haven't gotten any transmissions while I've been unconscious, have I?
Has she?
Not that you know of, no.
Not that I know of. Were you expecting one?
No, but if Duram calls, I answer, so it's good to always make sure. And she looks and sees the ring still on her hands, and she kind of like glances and sees all of her clothing is still relatively intact. Oh, that's lucky.
Indigo did his best to protect you from the blast, so you can thank him.
I did my best to protect him from the blast, but I suppose I should have realized a Magmine would have been slightly more immune to electricity than me. Silly mistake,
That's
I
true.
think.
That's true. I think, like you said, our suicidal tendencies have rubbed off on you. You're not making the smartest decisions.
Yeah, maybe this is the last time. You know how long it's been since I've been in a hospital bed.
Since we last put you there.
Ouch.
No
you
hard
know I
feelings,
went
though.
easy on you, right?
I do. Hey, that wasn't me.
Blue did do really well with that garrote wire trick.
Yeah, Blue's a scrappy one. You can kind of tell she's the captain.
She's crazy.
Yeah. Well, part of the crew or what? We can always take another crazy.
I suppose I might as well finish the job. Speaking of, have any of you checked in with... I can't even remember. Don't you have an execution to stop or something?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't left your bedside. I
Well,
don't know much what we're doing next.
Pink's sister is here somewhere. I wanted to have a conversation with her, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
As soon as you're ready, we can bring her in.
No, not yet. But, what about Blue's family? Was she on the planet? Were they on the planet?
Unfortunately, no. Not that we could find.
Well, you better tell that AI of yours to set a course for Isotropa Max Secure.
Yeah, I think that's our next target. You ready for another jailbreak?
She looks, watch is broken. Maybe give me a week or two. But if not, I'll do what I can.
Well, we got plenty of time to let you recover, watch some movies for old time's sake.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, Do you like bad horror movies?
She does a little pull of the curtain.
Well, I've kind of been made to like them because I've been with Red and Green for so long.
Freddy versus Jason it is. First date number 2.
That's actually one that I've seen and I like a lot. I think it's very silly, especially
Red.
the part where the cabin is on fire.
Why don't you go bring that DVD player of yours?
Your wish is my command.
She looks
Dude, as
over
soon as-
to you, Blue. You're crazy, you know that.
Yeah? Red already told you that it takes crazy to know crazy.
Yeah.
Bad thing.
No.
Means people never expect what you're going to do. It's very useful.
Except me.
So you staying? You're more than welcome. We've plenty of room on the ship.
One last job.
Before what? Making it sound like a suicide mission.
Need to reevaluate my life's choices.
Does that include him?
She kind of like side eyes.
Pink peeks her head out of her office. Like,
I sense tea.
I need to think about it. But assuming you're willing to make some detours for me, I will consider the open position on your crew.
Okay, I would love to have you. And I'm sure you would increase Red's morale greatly.
I have another piece of the raiment to find.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure we could find it. Okay.
Just
if
like
that's-
that.
Yeah.
I suppose in-person relationships are a lot easier than long-distance ones.
He does one of those like big smiles of like, oh,
I see. So you have considered it.
Pink peeks out of the office again.
I will say it is much nicer to have
The person you love closer. I sympathize. Empathize.
She smiles.
Be nice to have you around.
Red is something, isn't he?
I know. That's why he's here.
Actually, I have something to ask you, all of you, really. Did any of you ever undo the damage the cube did?
Only Indigo and I went through it, and even then I didn't get all of mine back.
Raymond didn't do it.
He didn't. He opted to not.
Huh.
Something to talk to him about?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you figured it out. If you didn't, I know how.
She'll actually like leave the office now. She's obviously been eavesdropping. It's not like she's hiding how nosy she is. I would love pointers on that when you're feeling better. I've mostly figured it out. I've got it all mapped.
You're
made
the
a
one that
schematic.
figured it out, not Red.
Of course. I mean, I have a lab. I had the time. We
Yeah,
had a
Doctor.
we had a lull week where, you know, nobody was falling apart, so I took the time to do some research.
The doctor figured it out before the mystic.
I'm in tune with the way, maybe not as strongly as you are, but
Maybe as strongly if you cracked the cube.
I'll show you the lab when you're back up and walking around. There's some equipment in there that allows things to be easier for someone like me to solve things, to research them.
Nova,
To be fair, I did take the cube away from him so that I could research it.
I definitely underestimated you.
Most people do.
Then I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for putting so many people in your med lab beds.
It wasn't that bad.
What's past is past.
Well, thanks for stopping my bleeding instead of killing me.
Why would I kill you? You're important to Red.
Huh. I guess you all really are the good guys, huh?
Blue looks at Pink.
I certainly
a-
try.
Of course we are.
And we will go across the ship to Green. Green,
Ooh.
what are you doing?
He has been spending the better part of the last couple of days surprisingly solitary. He'll run coffee to whoever asks. Probably figured out that Loverboy enjoys a nice crisp cortado in the morning.
Yeah, you two and Deetha also have taken to having coffee in the morning.
When he has a moment, though, he'd actually like to speak with Victor.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment.
I
I don't have that scene prepped, but I will get it prepped. Give
Sure.
me a sec.
Oh. I always love to listen to him talk, so I'm happy.
Oh shit, I gotta fix this scene. Da, 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 da.
Also, that he loves a cortado that's called taste.
Of course, it's
That's
called
my man.
taste. It's the fact that I have somehow managed to make every drink I've mentioned in this entire streaming series. I'm gonna patent one, call it the green. Let you know how it tastes.
Heck yeah.
You do make a good latte, good espresso. Talented with that machine.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Between jobs, I gotta find something to keep my hands busy. Kinda fidgety, but I don't really run low on energy, so
Other than
know.
pink.
Hey, listen. Yes, but I'm not gonna. We don't disclose that, okay?
I didn't say
Okay.
anything.
No, I didn't say anything either. She fucking loves it. Shut up.
You'll have to forgive me. Blue is still bedridden.
I get it. Trust me, I do. Anyways, I had an inquiry, let's call it. I don't happen to know whether or not Ash, in his infinite lack of wisdom, decided to actually pay up on the favors he owed, but I'm gonna try and make good on the ones that I've been promising to people.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you at acquiring materials? And short of that, figuring out where one can acquire them. I don't need you to do any sort of running for me. I need more or less just location, an idea of what I'd be doing. Cost, maybe, if I can find a middleman.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small notepad and a pen. What kind of materials?
I'm looking for a body that could host an
For Conclave 1?
For my little sister.
Well, either your two options are assaulting hegemony Urbot facilities or scouring her temples. Both come with their own sets of risks and rewards.
Fair enough. And between the two, in your professional opinion of acquisition, which do you think would have the better odds of success?
If Ismisa stays, even odds on both. If she leaves, the hegemony facility is probably the easier bet, with blue and red on your side. Have you heard him
about what I
tell the
figured.
story about what he did on that capital ship? It's the most badass thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, he gave me an immediate rundown after I punched him in the face. Fucking phenomenal. Holy shit. Did you ever... No, I already know the answer to that question. You didn't really know Ash, did you?
Oh. Not personally, but I looked into it in these last few weeks.
I know most of what he was like. His dealings, his owings, the general thoughts people had on him. You know?
Do you remember that first job you all took on Sunhandra to put yourself in my good graces?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, something about that didn't sit well with me in the immediate aftermath, and I wondered, who is this person I've never met that was wanted by people that I know and also don't like particularly a lot? You, my friend, racked yourself up quite the debt.
So I've been hearing.
The Turner Society, they have a lot of your debt. There's some others. Draxler's Raiders, the Pirates. A lot of people have pieces of your pocketbook. I forgave all of the debts you had in my card rooms once I realized who you were.
So, what exactly is the likelihood that they're gonna come and collect?
I don't know. Play any cards recently?
Not recently, no.
Well, you start poking your head around seedy underbellies where people like you and me usually make their rounds, becomes more likely. I think enough of them probably think that you're dead.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I think Ash might be dead.
Doesn't have to be that way.
I don't know if I believe that.
Why?
Everyone else here is organic. Like it or not, they've got like synapses, neurons, shit that holds memories even if you cover it up, you know?
Oh, come on, Green. You've met Speeder.
I
met
have.
the rest of them.
I
Are they
have.
any less people than you are?
No, they're not. but I just... What happens if the cube's effect on me was different? You know? It's been nagging at me. I've been thinking maybe this is more of a clean slate than the rest got. It's a hard reboot. What if there's no Ash to come back to? This is a whole ass guy. He had people who probably loved him beyond everyone on this ship. Friends he's not seen, enemies he's not punched in the face in a couple of months. I basically co-opted his whole fucking life.
You're basically saying that you co-opted your own life. Same body, same mind, same crew. What's really different? You know what I think? You know, Whirlpool and I, honestly, things are better now than they ever were before. You know why they're better now than they ever were before?
Humor me.
All of the stuff that messed things up before was gone. The only thing that really changed was you all got to start over. But the fact that you add on what was before to what you have now, will it change you a little? Probably. Is Eden different now than she was before? Yes. But she's still my baby girl.
I've just been debating whether I even try getting my mind back, you know. Maybe I've actually give it a fucking shot.
Now, the interactions of artifacts with bots is way over my pay grade. But I do believe you have a subject matter expert on this ship who might be able to give you the answer to that question.
Yeah, I haven't exactly seen that disgusting hermit in basically since we got here.
He was saying something a little scary on the surface.
Huh. Maybe I should check up on that.
He was writing equations in the dirt when I walked up to him.
That ain't like him. You know, might need to shake him out of that. But, speaking of baby girls, can you do me another favor?
Sure.
And he's gonna put a tray of food down in front of him. Like there's fucking pancakes, there's eggs, there's bacon, there's a cup of coffee, and there's a little flour sitting on this tray. Run this to Pink. She's not been in the kitchen for like 4 days. I know she's not eating unless I bring her stuff, so you bring this to her from me, okay?
From green to pink, a watermelon.
Yes. You know, I hadn't thought of that, actually.
He said it! He said it!
Huh. Anyway. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I gotta go rescue Indigo from himself, I think.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thanks, boss.
Take care, Green. Ash, whoever you are.
I'll figure that out. You know, I figured it out. My name is Green, okay? That's who I am. Like it or not.
Green, then. Ash is just the guy who owes my bookie.
How much does he owe you, bookie?
0 credits. Now.
Good shit. And he's gonna zip down to the engine room.
And Victor will zip over to Pink's office. But before Victor zips over to Pink's office, we have another Pink conversation that needs to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Deetha walks in. She looks happy.
Ink looks tired. She looks
She
very tired.
Greets you with a latte.
Oh, she smiles. Coffee. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Me, Victor,
You
and
look-
Green have been meeting in the morning.
Her realizing that she hasn't seen her boyfriend in days now. Oh, that's nice. You look happy. What's going on?
I think I want to stay.
Really?
Yeah.
She gets up and hugs her.
She hugs you back and kind of smiles and says, "How's the pay?"
Well, you know,
It's shit,
pretty
isn't
good.
it?
It's you know, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of shit.
You know,
But we're free.
I was asking Red about Athene.
Oh.
Don't put that look on your face. I was thinking, you know, you can't have a rich socialite on the ship, but you're going to need someone who's a little bit more legitimate every once in a while.
True.
Someone who maybe knows how to fill out some paperwork, people who know how to move in high society, someone who isn't going to take or patch a bullet wound but will prevent them from getting there in the first place.
That does sound ideal.
Great. Am I hired?
I have to talk to the captain. I'm obviously on board. She still hugging her. I would really love to have you here. I'll talk to the captain.
Great. You know, I was going to ask her myself, but, you know, yeah, you ask her. We haven't actually even met, really, have we, huh?
Not officially.
I feel like I
also
know her
she's-
from all the Stacey Weathers broadcasts, though.
Oh, she'll love that. Yeah.
This horrible terrorist, Eden of the Fifth Sea.
Yeah. Yeah, let me talk to her. We'll have an intro. We'll talk about your skills and what you can do, and let me get her up and running again. That'll put her in a good mood. I don't see why she would say no. But it's not my decision to make. So.
Ship's getting pretty full.
Yeah. Ismisa is staying also, so I guess we have to figure all that out.
Oh, you got plenty of room. I'll make up some of the beds.
Yeah. We can definitely do that. She's just like she's like in disbelief that Deetha wants to stay
She
as part of the crew.
then backs up a step, pulls a piece of paper out of her pocket, and it's a radio frequency.
What's this?
Mom. You should say hi.
The emotion that washes over her face, no mask. Oh. Yeah.
Also,
might need a
I've
couple of days.
been doing some
but-
eavesdropping. I know you've been through some shit, sis, but
Yeah.
I think it's time you took a long, hard think about using that cube again. I'm not going to make you do anything, and I do know how bad it was. But I know who you are. you'll still be a good person.
She gets a little teary-eyed at that. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I don't want to have to make you re-explain all of our memories together. I made the decision before I thought there was any chance that I could get to you, and now that you're here, I wish I had done it beforehand.
It'll also
Yeah.
maybe make it a little bit easier for you all not to get taken advantage of in the future.
Yeah, and, I would really like to call Mom now that you've given me that option, and I don't want to tell her I don't know who she is. That sounds horrible. It was horrible having to tell you that. I don't want to do it again.
And at that
Yeah.
moment, in walks Victor with a tray of food. Watermelon for the watermelon. From the watermelon. Green gave you breakfast.
Okay. Watermelon. She just, takes the she takes the tray and puts it on the desk. Thank you.
Victor shakes his head and is like, Green thought it was clever. I thought it was clever.
No, it's cute. No, it's cute. It's the source of the message just coming so sudden. There's so much happening right now. It was cute.
And
That's
then
funny.
you hear him out in the hallway, or not in the hallway, in the medical bay. Hey, honey, you feeling any better yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Says, all right. And Dita says, I'm going to leave you to your patients.
Thank you. Again. Looks at breakfast. Oh, I should probably go. I have so many things to do. Oh gosh. She just stress.
And hold that thought for downtimes, and we will go across the ship to Green and Indigo. As I'm sure Indigo is lost in his calculations when Green walks in.
What kind of a mess exactly do I see in here?
This mess is our plan to win against the hegemony.
I can see you've been busy. You gone through at least 4 pads of post-it notes based on the wall here.
Yeah, well, without this, and he just has this stub because his arm's gone. Usually I do all my note taking with that, but gotta get another one next Space Bucky's we go to.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you had the materials here to even do that. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you just seem a little out of it. Haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, well, this is taking a lot because I gotta figure out how to take the source and basically build from it instead of just destroying with it. I mean, we could do that, but that doesn't. As you can see, he waves his arm and points at his eye. There are ramifications of that. But if I was capable of possibly building, hell, even a system. So many things. Yes, an entire system.
Are you inquiring about these to further improve upon my potential capabilities? Or are we just seeing what I can currently output? Or is there something... Is this just like a secondary... Are you making another one?
I mean, in order to make another one, I would have to ask you for your assistance on that. And this is all just theory crafting for the most part right now.
Okay. What exactly are you gonna need from me?
Literally the source.
Oh. Yeah, last I checked, that source is all of me.
Yes. And that is why this is all going to be theory crafting before I put you in such a detrimental situation.
Yeah.
Even though you do that on your own spectacularly.
Yeah, I think even if the theory crafting comes to more solid hypothesis crafting, I'm gonna have to say no. Joke's
Fantastic.
on you. I kind of like myself now. Although I was also wondering about a hypothetical. Do you think if we were to attempt to get my memories back, would it do a full reboot and put Ash back in the driver's seat with no green? Is there even an Ash to come back? Or alternatively, are we just getting both?
Getting both.
We're getting both?
You keep your memories that you have as green, and then the memories of Ash would reboot within you as well.
Cool. You should probably eat something. I would recommend that. You're getting that little bit of a handshake that you get when you're hungry.
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Fantastic. If replication of the source were possible and the eventual saving of billions of individuals you were capable of, what would be your thought process on that? I don't think you understand what creating a system actually means. Planets upon planets that are just up for grabs. Peoples who have been hurt by the hegemony for hundreds, say thousands of years, capable of finally having that freedom that they wish for.
And what's to stop the hegemony from deciding that they want that system too?
The fact that with that same amount of source, we can blow their systems out of existence.
In this hypothetical, do we have a second source to work with, or are you using mine?
In this hypothetical, there is a second source, yes. I'm
Alright.
not trying to take the source from you. See, I am giving you my thoughts as you came into my engine room and asked what I was doing. And now I'm telling you what I'm doing. If you do not like the answers, then don't come in here.
Listen, it's not that I don't like the answers, it's just sometimes, read all the time, I'm not as scientifically minded as you. I'm worried I'm like 2 steps behind. You know? You move fast, is what I'm saying. The lives of billions on my fucking shoulders. Ooh. Getting a mad sense of deja vu here.
Well, there's always the choice of not doing anything at all.
I think that's worse.
Or you could be Diana.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we'll weigh in all the options. Diana was one direction that could have been yours. You're taking the route that you choose now, and I'm giving you another option. It's not an option you have to choose. I'm just giving you the option. And all of this, as I said previously, is theory. These are things that I've noticed from what happened with Diana in our altercation. Now that I have more data, I'm going to try to collect even more data, looking to see if this is even possible.
All right. And
you remember our friends on that desolate rock, hoping for a home? All those folks on Mem, hoping to get away from the hegemony? I put all that into this process as well. I do care about you, I really do, but I do also understand what the source is within you and what, honestly, we have to do with it. Can we keep just hiding it from the hegemony? For how many years? I mean, you're gonna outlive all of us, and I'm gonna be hundreds of years old before you see me pass and go. We have to be able to do these things while we're still here.
tell you what. I have a lot of faith in you. because I've seen the output of what happens when you put your mind to it. And I'm a bit of a gambler. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say yes.
I appreciate that.
Just
Now, go ahead.
make sure that anything tangible that you got is a tangible that's more than what we usually work with.
Well, seeing as how my son's life is on the line, I'd hope he'd think I'd think it through a lot more than him just plugging himself in the ship and saying, let her rip.
You know, if you made an easier way for me to plug in and go let her rip, I wouldn't have to blow up each time. And I'm not saying this like I want to consistently fucking explode, but when we outran those ships, when we were dragging 3 cruisers with us, and we still broke speed records, that kept all of us alive. There's something inside of me, I don't even realize what the hell it is. I want to realize what the hell it is. Victor, when we were approaching this damn firefight, when we were coming into a Aketi 2 hours out, he told me, figure the source out, essentially. I'm nowhere near close to that. Can you at least give me the notebook on what I could do with this safely? Maybe a special port? A thumb drive in my actual thumb? Because believe it or not, I got people on this ship that I care about. I got a best friend who shot himself into the blackness of space. I got a captain who was Swiss cheesed. I got you who ended up like half of an already half, losing all the metal bits. And I got a girl in the med bay working herself to near death to keep all of them alive. And I love her very much. So I would very, very much appreciate it if we could just maximize my efficiency here for the people I care about. Because near as I can tell, everyone liked Ash, but he was a bit of a layabout. I've already put more boots on the ground than he did his entire short-lived life.
Indigo will reach underneath one of the boxes and you get this thick book of just notes on the source. Pushes it to your chest. I'll work on that thumb drive. You start studying.
You got it. Leon. Drag this guy down to the fucking mess hall. He hasn't eaten in 3 days.
And he yanks you by your pinky finger.
And before he leaves the engine room, hey Tara.
Yes, Green.
How do you want your new body to present? I'm narrowing in on a target. I just want to know if it's as accurate as I'm hoping.
My opinions about sex and gender are not yet formulated. Perhaps if I had more video evidence, I could have a definitive opinion.
You know... Tell you what, I will present this argument to the appropriate people and get this moving for your well-being, is how I'll put it.
Outstanding. I look forward to
Wonderful.
doing additional research in my immediate future.
Excellent. In the meantime, I'll at least... Tell you what, I'll get a camera set up in my room at least. That way, no one's got to worry about privacy invasion. I can just turn it off whenever. But you also don't have to be blind as fuck.
An acceptable initial compromise.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go see Pink. I'm worried about her.
As you should be. I believe she is slightly overwhelmed right now. However,
sounds
I do
like her.
believe she has gotten some good news recently. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Brilliant. I like this. I'm gonna scamper off to medbay.
And on your way to Medbay, we will switch again. Hope you all don't mind. And go to Red and Misa with Blue, ability to eavesdrop or contribute if you like. Well, that was abrupt. Didn't mean it to be that abrupt. Misa is up. She is able to walk around the room for brief periods of time, calls you down, says, "Hey, stranger."
Hey, you. Good to see you on your feet.
Yeah. Been doing a lot of thinking.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It's about all you can do when you're sitting in a bed.
That's true.
You can only read
So
so many of Pink's smut novels before you get bored.
Oh no, you weren't. Sorry you had to do that. So what were you thinking about? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I get it.
You really want me to stay.
Only if you want to. But yes.
So, we go, we do a prison break. We get Blue's family back. We stop an execution. Then what?
Then we continue freeing the oppressed peoples.
Everyone, yes, Pink has more than just smut books. I'm just being tongue-in-cheek. But she does have smut books also.
A woman of taste.
Really.
And once we're done with that, we continue freeing the peoples of the Procyon sector.
Until when? When does it end?
Until we can get a government in place that actually cares about the people and not
I
themselves or
knew
their
you were
bottom
going
line.
to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
As opposed to what? What else are we supposed to do?
What are we going to do? Go to the central systems and kill the hegemon, Dread?
We can at least free this sector and get this sector on the right track.
So, Elena.
Gotta start somewhere. It's gonna have to go way beyond us to do anything.
You all
bigger
killed
than that.
Malclaith, then came Elena. Now, I will admit, there's not a whole lot of people worse than the Church of Stellar Flame around here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still the guilds. There's still the central government. How are you going to stop them from getting another figurehead?
We need a new figurehead. Someone that the people will rally behind.
You, Blue,
I don't know if either one of us are cut out for that kind of work, but maybe we can find someone.
she pushes her finger into your chest lightly. I'm on board when you can give me an honest answer to that question. Who are you going to install at the head of a government of the Procyon sector once I cut off Alana's head?
I don't have an answer for you right now. Open to suggestions, open to ideas. Do you have someone in mind?
Not a politician, Red.
Neither am I.
Maybe ask that Athene girl.
May not be a bad idea. At least someone we can trust. Someone that...
She smirks at you. You know better than that, Red.
I know.
The only people you can trust are right here. and not even.
And in reality, and he starts whispering, I'm hoping it's blue.
If only you could temper that temper.
I think once the job's quote unquote done, she'll be able to.
I hope you're prepared
And-
for the storm.
And that's, also what I'm there for. Be general counsel. Can help any way I can. It's gonna take a village. It's gonna take a whole hell of a lot more than a village to run a sector, in fact.
Well, you've got some time to think about it. Maybe have a crew meeting about it at some point.
Yeah, we hold those pretty regularly after our weekly movie.
Gotta say, your taste has not improved in the time since, but that's okay.
No, it hasn't. You know what's nice, though? I actually learned some stuff about myself. I used to write, I don't know if you knew this, maybe you did, maybe you helped me with it. I used to write messages in little pamphlets inside the DVD cases. That's how I knew which movies we watched during dates and how much fun we used to have, how much I care about you, how up in the clouds I was before.
She gives you a light shove. You are not going to make me cry when I just got out of bed.
I've been doing plenty enough of that for the both of us. Just glad you're okay.
Red, use the cube.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to. I sort of a pact without words that Green and I made that we are who we are now. It doesn't matter who we were before.
I need to make sure you're not looking at this with rose-colored glasses, Red.
Of course I'm looking at this with rose-colored glasses. My name is Red, after all.
I did some horrible things to you.
I told you that I know who you are deep down, and past actions don't ensure past or future actions. You can
Yeah,
change,
well.
you can be different.
I know you believe that, but you might feel different if you remember. If emotions were logical, Red, we wouldn't have them.
Yeah. Red grabs her hand. I don't want to feel any different than I do right now. And he gives her a kiss.
She will kiss you back.
He slowly pulls back. I'm just taking a snapshot of this moment. Whenever things get hard, whenever things look bleak, we'll always have this moment. Remember that.
She looks at her hands and then touches your forehead, and you get flashes. You and her laying in a green field among flowers. You and her laying side by side in a bed, smiling at each other. You and her descending down a belay into a dark cave. Her scrubbing your back in the shower. And then takes her fingers off. Got a lot more moments if you'll let yourself remember, Red.
There's always time to make new ones. And that's what I plan on doing.
She smiles, looks around the curtain at Blue. Speaking of, and she grabs you by the hand and leads you out of the med bay.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
all right.
I believe, Green, you were heading to the med bay around
Your
then.
wish is my command.
Really?
Just watching them, but like, eh?
I don't
Go
remember
get
who you
'em.
were going to go visit.
Pink.
Yeah, you go by as Misa and Red leaving.
Yeah, go get him, Tiger.
Bridget, no, we're just gonna go watch a movie as
I was
we
talk-
do.
I was talking to her.
Red punches Green on the shoulder.
And you see Blue there, probably literally sipping tea, and Pink in her office.
I'm gonna go into the office, and I'm gonna close the door, pull the shade down.
Oh,
Oh.
me. Okay.
No eavesdropping.
So, what do you think? Watermelon? Eh? Victor thought it was
I-
pretty clever. I thought it was pretty clever.
I think it's pretty cute, actually.
Oh,
Wasn't expecting that to come from him, but I guess he's more of a romantic than I gave him credit for.
I mean, we saw the way he picked Blue up. Not a smart idea given the time, but we saw it, so you know.
He did what?
Oh, no, he didn't even pick her up.
Not
spun her-
having seen that.
picked her up, spun her a little bit in his arms. It's like some shit from the Notebook.
Oh, that's cute.
It is, yeah.
Also
Anyway.
really stupid because she was very injured.
Also that, yeah. Anyways,
She's like, I don't know if I like this man or not.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I mean, like, I haven't really been down to see you beyond bringing you food. And this last time I didn't even bring you the food. But I did score something really useful from Indigo.
Okay. What you got?
And he holds up the book. The full capabilities of the source inside of my chest.
Like everything?
Near as I can tell, everything I can do, everything I'm amped up for, everything that really I should have known before I started plugging myself into the ship. He's making me a thumb drive, by the way, like an actual, like, to avoid the zip zap stuff. Also, you were right
About
how my head works.
you mean
You
your
were right.
memories?
Yes, those.
Oh, okay. I mean, I knew I was right, but thank you for confirming that you agree. She's just like, I told you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
I-
extremely tired.
I know. I probably shouldn't be dumping this on you right now, but
No, it's fine.
I was just kind of scared about what would happen. You know, too many what ifs in my mind, and I kind of like where I am right now.
She's gonna take the book from you and put it on the desk. So she can take your hands.
Oh,
It's gonna be okay.
it is.
If I thought restoring your memories would cause me to lose this, I think I would have said something about it.
I'm mulling it over, but I think maybe I should probably try and get them back at some point.
I need to get mine back. I changed my mind.
We can do
Deetha
it
wants
together.
Deetha wants to stay.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, and she taps her notebook, which is closed, but she says she gave me a frequency so I could contact my mom.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to contact her and explain or pretend like I know who she is when I don't.
No, that would probably that's considered generally a poor decision.
Yeah, it was pretty weird and difficult to do that with Deetha, and I just don't want to do it again, and how much worse can it get from what I already remember now? So just have to deal with it, I guess.
Yeah. But you are nothing if not resilience.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
How are the patients looking?
Well, if the ruckus I just heard is any indication, Misa is recovered.
Eh,
And the captain should be good enough to return to basic duty. She says it a little bit louder, just in case somebody is listening outside the door. In maybe another day or so.
Oh, excellent. Then there's one more patient that needs to be taken care of, and then you're done.
Did you hurt yourself again?
No.
Is Indigo okay?
Yes, he's fine. He's a little... I think he's just been a little too preoccupied on what-ifs, but he's fine. He's fine.
Little equations over her head. Who are you talking about?
And he is just gonna kind of cup her face in both his hands, just... You have not slept in a proper bed for the better part of 3 days. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to your bed. You're gonna lay down, and you're gonna have a nap. And I see that finger. And no, this is fine. Listen, just, I love you, and I want you to just take care of yourself. All right? You've had a whole week of doing that. It's great. It's a wonderful precedence. I want you to keep that up now that people are moving.
Her not refusing to calculate. You can see it on her face, like, no, cannot rest. You're not gonna let me stay in here, are you?
I'm really not, because you've done your work for now. You can at least nap, okay?
Fine.
Don't worry. I'll make it easier on you. And he is going to kind of just scoop her up. You won't even have to walk.
You're gonna carry me.
Yeah. It's the general idea.
All right. She just got her little arms around your neck.
To open the office door, just... I'm going to set you down, and you're going to nap. And if you try to move, I'm just going to have to lay down there with you and make sure you don't.
Fine.
Yeah, see? Was that so
Blue,
hard?
stay in bed. Tara, the captain is under bed rest orders for another day.
Yeah. Tara, make sure that Victor is watching her at all times.
Uh-oh.
Shall I order him to bed rest as well?
I
No.
think that's appropriate.
She needs to... her injuries.
On their way out. Anyway, have you considered where exactly we're going to put your sister, all things considered?
The extra room that she's
Yeah, okay.
currently sleeping in? I don't know.
Fair enough. Listen, I just want to make sure that all the quarters are figured out, because we know where Misa's going to be sleeping.
Well, if we need an extra... Well, do we need an extra room?
You all have
Not
plenty of rooms on the ship, just
Okay.
so it's
I was
clear.
gonna say. Alright.
No. I saw where your head was going.
I cannot read the name, but thank you for the tip.
Sid the Vicious.
Sid the
Thank
Vicious.
you.
Thank you, Sid.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you,
Thank
Sid.
you.
Please let us know who
you.
you would like to do that monologue.
But hey, to answer the unasked question, I wouldn't say no.
I mean, it would be kind of nice.
Yeah, it would.
She just kind of, oh. Maybe we can talk about that after we get everything else squared away.
I will get everything else squared away after you have your nap.
They get to her room and she's like, fine. Can you stay with me anyway?
Anything from our beautiful Iris.
Aww. She'll give you a little kiss.
Oh.
Alright, now I feel better about nap time.
And we will fade there, and we will go to Indigo. I get to use a new song. Indigo, you have a message from Speeder.
He'll play it. He hasn't heard from them since they left.
Hey, honey. I definitely have been seeing all of your cryptic messages. It's so like you. Thank you for all of the flowers and other wonderful pieces of horticulture. Bar made sure to plant them in the garden before we left. They're beautiful. And I hope you're safe. I've been watching the news. I'm sure I'll get another vlog from you soon. I'm actually reaching out now to let you know 2 things. First off, I'm on my way to you. Well, not exactly. I'm not going to be storming a hegemony capital ship or doing a prison break or scrambling down into some temple. No, Bar and I are heading to Nightfall. So once things have calmed down and you don't have half the galaxy chasing you, meet us there, give you the frequency. The next thing is I have a job for all of you. So, once you have gotten your affairs in order, I need you to come back to Iota with me. I think that the Prime and I have figured out a way to manufacture bodies. And I just need a little help. I hope you're okay. Keep them all safe, especially Whirlpool. Love you, hun. Bye.
You're always leaving me speechless. And he will. Wow, that gets his brain racing with the project he's already working on. Okay. And he will immediately send back a similar message to them, saying, though they both have way more time, they will get to spend with each other than his other companions get to spend with their companions. He has been hating spending so much time away from them, and having to make that sacrifice. but he is ecstatic to see them in Nightfall. The biggest star in Nightfall. And he'll
You
send a
send the
message.
message off. And if you'll all allow me, I have one last scene.
So do we want to
Nice.
do a monologue first?
Oh yes, we have a monologue that is it Red that needs to do the monologue?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Give me a moment to. Man, that is a really good song. Good job, Greg.
It is a good song.
Pretty sure
Go ahead,
Mandy
Red.
gave you that one.
I think I did, yeah.
So Red's laying there with his Misa nuzzled in on his shoulder. He's stroking her hair, just kind of staring toward the ceiling, thinking, this is what happiness is. I'm so happy. I hope his Misa is happy. And I'm so proud of his Misa. I knew she had it in her, but doesn't mean that she's gonna do what I hope she can do. And she's here. She came to save me, save us. And she sacrificed herself for my family. This is the best timeline. And he takes a big sigh. The one thing I always live by, though, is things are never as good as they seem, and they're never as bad as they seem. So what's coming our way? What's going to be thrown at us next? And he looks down at his Misa and smiles and drifts off to sleep.
Somewhere the GM winks. And we finally, for the last of the evening, Blue. It's been some time. You were healed.
Oh. The sexy space music is on. There's a reason why it's my theme.
Hello, Eden.
Hello.
Tara tells me we're close.
To what?
Isotropa Max Secure.
Oh.
You've been bedridden, so I've taken the liberty of keeping things on track a little bit.
But sitting in my chair, were you?
No. Then he smiles. Yes.
She does not look happy about this, but she makes no comment.
Vorax
Well-
reached out to me too. He says he's ready. They say they're ready. I don't know. They're going to support.
It's only the most well-guarded prison
In the whole sector, it's
going to be fine.
Good thing I brought you an army, my dear.
Just about how to use it. If I were a worse person, I'd just throw bodies at the problem, but I don't want to do that.
Oh, stop it, you. Come on, I want to show you something.
Okay. I am allowed to leave this room now, supposedly. So.
You are. And I'm taking you to your chair, so be thankful.
Good.
And he leads you to the bridge, which is empty except for T2, who is sitting there. He's morphing back and forth and then spinning around occasionally. Just kind of playing around. and says, good to see you up. Friend, good to see you up. Blue.
Very good.
Victor sits on the chair and pats on his leg, like, sit.
Okay. Sure. She does a little perch on the leg.
And he hits a button on the console, and you hear a voice message, and it says, "Hi, this is for Whirlpool, and I just want to say thanks for saving me and my mom." Then you hear another one. "Eden, I know you don't remember me, Josiah, but we never would have made it out of there without you, and I just want to say thank you." And on and on and on, and there are dozens of messages from Ranomayans who have made it to safely, all of them sending messages thanking you for saving them and their families. Like at least 50 different messages.
She just progressively, like, brings her little hands up to her face and is trying to cover the little tears. Because this is something she probably thought about when she can't recall these memories. But she knows how long the Ranomayans, I mean, they've been this way since she was little. She knows that at least. And she knows that when she was little, she probably wanted someone to come save her at one point.
And eventually, you hear a name that's familiar because you met them at the end, from Yara. It says, "Hey Eden, it's Yara. We met briefly at the crater. We're safe for now, thanks to you. But when the time comes, we're going to throw ourselves in danger. You just say the word, because you saved us all, and we'll do anything to make sure you and everyone else stays safe. Just give the word."
Have these just been sent over the past few days?
Yeah. To you.
With all of that.
She starts to cry.
He cups your face in his hands, says, "Don't cry, darling. The storm's coming, but we have time."
But feels like for a very long time, none of this was ever going to happen.
You made it happen, and I was the fool that tried to stop you.
You're not a fool, you're just practical. Which is nice sometimes. Wouldn't have been able to do it by myself, obviously.
He smiles, looking at you. Together.
But I know. I'm very much looking forward to a day where we don't have to be on the run from a bunch of people who want me dead, and maybe when it's all over I can show you my home with, all the people that are supposed to be there.
I'd like that.
Unfortunately, you're much too far in now, and I care way too much about you for you to say no anymore. So, there's no choice.
When it comes to you, my dear, no is no longer in my vocabulary.
You're very good at this.
I should do a little nuzzle into his neck and sit right there.
And he kisses your forehead, and we will end our session there. Thank you all for joining our session tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got action, we've got romance, we've got trauma. We have some logistics issues that have arisen. There will be a finale shortly. It might not be next Tuesday. We have to discuss. But there will be a finale probably next week for the show for season 2. Either way, please join our Discord and you will find out exactly when it is before anyone else. Discord.gg/MagicRPG. Thank you for all of the tips. Thank you all for watching and lurking. It is all appreciated. A special shout out to YouTube. Thank you all for watching on YouTube. I think this is the most viewers we've had on YouTube before. And if ever you guys want to rewind the stream, that's an easy way to do it. Yeah, thank you, everyone. That was a lot. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Wait, where?
Bye-bye.
Where's my credits?